Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on when or where you're watching this from. Welcome back to the Code Crown Podcast. My name is AJ, joined as always by Meg, and we are delighted to welcome you to our watch-along review and discussion of Digimon Ghost Game Episode 25. Vamdemon is back. Well, the episode is called Crimson Banquet, but we haven't seen Vamdemon since... Well, it's been a while. Like, we got a version of Vamdemon in Digimon Cross Wars.
Yeah.
But we didn't get the base form, the one that everybody loves. That, hey, Justin, Casey, thanks for joining in. Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday.
You forgot to introduce Wormmon.
I didn't forget. Everybody, you know Wormmon. He's a regular on the channel.
He's sad now.
No, he's not.
Oh,
No, he's not.
Oh.
I'm being bullied already. We're not even on the air 5 minutes and I'm already being bullied. This is
He's just scared of the vampire.
he hasn't even seen the vampire yet. But
Did you ever meet the vampire?
no. Well, Belial.
Yeah.
That's about it. Hey, Reiko, thanks for joining in. Welcome. Yeah, we've just started.
The camera.
Yeah. Because you have the chat in front of you.
I have the chat in front of me. Is there something wrong with the mic? It sounds a little funny.
Does it? Okay, what kind of funny? Do you want to fire it up there so we can hear?
A little funny.
Ooh. Okay, what kind of funny? Ooh,
Ooh, okay.
Alright, maybe I just need to plug it out and plug it back in. It'll just be... I'll just mess with it. I'll just bring the gain down a little bit.
Yeah, we said it.
Yeah, tinny.
Fuzzy.
Yeah.
Like we're in headphones or something.
Okay.
Sounds a bit muffled, yeah.
So, any better?
No, it's still muffled.
Yeah. No. Well, that's weird. What is wrong there? Is it the gain? Do we need to bring the gain back up? Testing? Testing 1. Testing 2. Ooh, yeah, it's still the same. That's quite strange. What is going on?
Is the cover maybe?
No, that's never a problem.
You turn on a noise gate or anything when you're playing the game?
Well, it's a different program.
That's a different program, yeah.
Well, hold on, let me just have a mess with the filters. We turn the noise gate and noise suppression off. We'll see if that helps. Oh, that did not help.
Sorry if you can hear double as well, but we have to listen to it as well.
Okay.
It's interesting.
I love coming home to Scuff. Huh?
Yeah. We've been traveling all day.
I wonder. Sure. Right.
Was the wrong mic selected?
I wonder. That's what I'm checking. I want to see if it was the wrong mic selected for some reason. I know. Do you know what? And I probably know which microphone was being picked up as well. The one attached to that webcam.
Yeah.
To be fair, for that to pick you up from there, that's fair play.
Pretty impressive considering this doesn't like to pick me up.
No.
But anyway.
So that should sort it.
Yeah,
Welcome.
that should be better. Welcome.
Thank you. So let's do that again. Can I get it? I just do a second take on this? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on when or where you're watching this from. Welcome, as always, to the Code Crown Podcast. My name is AJ. I'm joined along by my partner, Wormmon, and my co-host, Meg.
There you go.
See? And we are more than happy to welcome you to our watch-along review and discussion regarding Digimon Ghost Game episode 25. And Vamdemon is back, and
Yeah.
as we were saying before,
we haven't seen him since Cross Wars. I totally knew that.
yeah, we
Okay,
haven't.
you gotta sit over here now.
Yeah. So he like, and it was like a version, like it wasn't the base form that we know. Hey, Juggernaut.
Hey, Juggernaut.
It was so in Cross Wars. It wasn't Venom Vamdemon, and it wasn't Belial Vamdemon. It was Neo Vamdemon. Because everything's better when you put a Neo in front of it, right? Because we have Neo Devimon.
Was he futuristic?
No. Because we have Neo Devimon, so it made sense that we have a Neo Myotismon or a Neo Vamdemon. But to be fair, he doesn't look like a Myotismon. He looks more like Devimon and Beelzemon had a baby.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. I'll bring up.
Give me a picture.
I'll give you a picture of Neo Vamdemon here, and he doesn't look like a Vamdemon.
Oh. I mean, he kind of has his face, but
it's more like a Beelzemon.
yeah.
You know.
Like him and Lady Devimon could hang out and be bondage buddies.
Yeah.
Like.
So that's
his arms.
Yeah.
Or are they weapons that he's holding?
oh
They're arms. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a strange looking one.
So we haven't seen a proper, but there were Vamdemon. There were like regular Vamdemon in Digimon's equivalent to the Multiverse of Madness. So when all the leaders and everyone showed up, like there's that scene where Masaru punches out 3 Venom Vamdemon, but they're not characters; those are clones created by Quartzmon.
Like they don't have personality.
They don't know. They're just they're just husks.
They're just big monster smash.
Yeah. So they've no personality. So we haven't really had a Vamdemon since.
Oh yeah, he does look pretty cool, Reiko. I'll give him that. He's just different.
Yeah, like not my favorite design. I will say that certainly not my favorite design.
Justin said, "Yes, great to be back on the Code Crown podcast. My favorite podcast."
Aww. And
Thank you,
my
Justin.
heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Don't die.
I know that would be a hell of a realistically. Let's not think about that realistically. But
I love when Masaru pumped him full of Digi-soul like he did with Karada.
yeah, basically, yeah. he just weaponized Digi-soul, like. But
Sorry,
yeah,
I'm getting picky, so I'm gonna open my Psycho.
but
Would you like some?
I know I'm okay. Like we just
I was
had
asking
pizza.
the chat.
Oh,
You have your own Psycho. To be fair, you bought this as well.
Well,
Are you turning off my camera?
Excuse me, princess.
no, it's just my response to everything now.
It's been your response to everything forever.
Yeah, and forever will be, because I'm a mark for that show.
We still have to watch that.
Oh, it's great. It's stupid great.
And
Like
you have it on
it's-
DVD.
I do have it on DVD. I have the whole box set on DVD because it's amazing. Like it's stupid in the way I want to play that new Final Fantasy game
Yeah.
because it's just stupid. You know?
Yeah, that video you watched, we watched, how long was that video? About a half an hour?
Yeah, it was
And
like
I have no idea what happened to that game.
it was like a Cinema Sins thing for gaming, and they were doing a thing on Origin of Fantasy or whatever, and half an hour later, I still couldn't tell you what the video game's actually about, other
No.
than trying to kill chaos.
Something chaos.
Yeah.
Time loop something.
Something chaos time loop something. But I want to play it just because it looks so dumb, and I love this idea where there's like a scene they show off where this character turns up like, well, I'm a dark elf, and the main character's just like, just get to the point. I love this. No, I'm not doing this JRPG grandstanding bollocks. Just tell me what I need to know about the crystals. I kind of love that, this subversion of things. But yeah, we haven't really. So anyway, back on track. We haven't really seen Vamdemon since the end of 02. when he came back for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's on that. Just on that note. So the voice of Vamdemon in this episode isn't the Vamdemon from Adventure 99.
Okay.
It's the person that they got to do the voice of Belial Vamdemon at the end of 02.
Okay.
Which I was like, wait, that's not the same person? And then I was like, I had to go back and do a bit of research. I was like, oh no, it's not. It's not the same person. So either it never registered with me because Belial is in that show for so little, but it just never, and in the dub, they got the same actor back.
Yeah.
So it just never registered with me that the voice of Belial Vamdemon in 02 isn't the same as Vamdemon and Venom in season 1.
Yeah.
So, hey, Clatter!
Hey, Clatter.
Good to see you. Thanks so much for being here.
Wormon is kind of in your shot.
Wormon is...
Yeah. He can't go over any further or he'll fall off the bed.
No. He's not. Oh, yeah, he's kind of... You can see, he's there.
There you go.
No, put it right.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. You just have him poking in.
There you go.
Yeah, he's just... Yeah.
He's sitting on a giant donut.
He's sitting on a giant donut beanbag. So...
Can we shut that off?
What?
Should we?
We showed that off, yeah. So I'm kind of looking forward to this because everybody was... When Adventure 2020 was running, I didn't want him to show up. I was vehemently against that. I was like, no, let Adventure 2020 be its own thing. By God, was it? But it don't retread all your old villains, right? Even Digimon being in the show, I wasn't a fan of, but I appreciate what they did with Digimon in 2020 to give him a bit more character than what he had in the original show. Because in the original 99, Digimon is just, I am evil. There's a bit more substance and character development to Digimon in 2020.
He got character development, but they didn't.
Yeah, Digimon got character development, but what's a Sora?
Yeah.
Right? But, we won't tread down that path again.
Says I didn't want him to show up and try.
No, and it's funny because he only turns up in the Tri-Stage play. And if you haven't watched the Tri-Stage play, you should go out of your way to do it. The Tri-Stage play is the best episode of Tri. Oh, it's the best episode. Right, so Mako's not in it.
Right.
Like, they just didn't bring Mako in. Like, it would be set, I think it's set, like, between 3 and 4.
Right.
No, because 3 is when they lose all the partners. So I think it's, like, between 2 and 3 or something. Right? But Mako's not part of the group, right? So there's no Mekumon puppet, because it's all on stage. The Digimon are these puppets. Okay. So there's no Mekumon puppet. All the actors are very good as the characters, and they play the Digimon voice actors doing the voices for the puppets and everything. It's great. Like, it's absolutely great. But like, they go camping and they end up like in a dream world, and Edamon comes back and he digivolves into King Edamon, and I'm like, Edamon is a Digimon that works so well on stage because it is just a dude in a costume.
Yeah, they can just put someone in a costume.
They just put it, and it's amazing. And then
they can put someone in a skin tight costume.
Yeah, and it worked.
Did they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
Of course they did.
Yeah, I haven't shown you the Tri-Stage play.
I haven't seen it
Oh,
yet,
okay, yeah,
no.
we're watching that. We're watching that at some stage. But
we have a long list of things for me to watch first.
But but whatever. I won't spoil the ins and outs and things. But basically, Venom Vamdemon comes back or is resurrected as part of this, and then it takes Omegamon to put him down, and they have this like half puppet Omegamon statue thing that's just like the shoulders and the head, and the actors stand on the shoulders, and it's all lights and strobe, and it's really good.
I'd love to see that,
like, so so. I don't even know if that counts, because that was still a thing Edamon did, but he was still big, just big roary monster, so something with a bit of character and substance, so while he wasn't in the anime of Tri, he kind of sort of in a roundabout way was on the Tri-Stage play, which I believe is canon to Tri, so there's technically 7 episodes of Tri.
They can't really say it's canon, though, if the rest of the world doesn't have access to it.
That's not Japan's problem.
This is true. This is true.
When has Japan really cared?
Is there no dub of that?
No. I would love for there to be a dub of the Tri-Stage play. That'd be
not the play. The
the show?
itself.
Oh, yeah. It's
so,
on the Blu-rays I have over there.
Yeah, so if anything, they should have at least released that as a special on the discs or an extra bonus thing.
Yeah, no, it was
with subtitles.
it got released as its own DVD and Blu-ray in Japan, and I was
But
like,
it doesn't have English subtitles.
no,
probably.
no. So
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted to import it, but
So then I want to get all the Black Butler ones, but
DVDs in Japan are like they're so expensive.
Mm.
Like they still do that thing where I hated early 2000s anime culture for this growing up, where it was like 3 episodes on a disc and it was 25 quid.
Yeah.
Like they still do that.
Mm.
And
Yeah, like the Black Butler ones, whenever I try find them, they're way out of my price range.
and that was what happened with the Try stage play for me. I was like, I want to get it because it should go with the rest of them, but I just couldn't justify the cost of it.
Yeah, and then it not having subtitles either, you're just gonna, you know. I might have some DVDs like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
We all paid for them at some stage. But...
we all did. You know, I have a bunch of DVDs of Saint Seiya Lost Canvas. Nice. I appreciate that. Pegasus Tenma, go team. But yeah. So either way, look, because he didn't turn up in 2020, I'm kind of and then we had well, yeah, 2020 went into Ghost Game. You know, so he was kind of in Cross Wars, and then we had Applemon, which is completely different, and then he didn't show up in 2020. I'm kind of okay with seeing him now because we've had a break.
Yeah, and like in this show, he does make perfect sense.
Oh yeah,
It
because of
being
the horror theme show. Yeah, I mean,
you can't not put your vampire in the horror.
no,
So-
certainly not. And that was kind of a thing we were talking about with last week's clip show,
Yeah.
where it was like they talked about the mummy, they talked about the pumpkin, and now they're going into the vampire episode.
Yeah.
And in previous continuities, that mummy and that pumpkin have had connections to the vampire.
Yeah.
So it made sense, you know. So while we already had a vampire before, did we? Oh, we had a Mount Stitch man, we had a mummy, we had a demon, we had a pumpkin, we had a dragon, we had a bird, we had
Wait,
more
no,
birds.
he's Dracmon though, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Is that what you mean? Yeah, Dracmon.
Well. Yeah, but he wasn't.
He didn't do vampire things.
He didn't
though.
do vampire
He
things.
just played pranks.
Yeah, he just
Or,
that's
well,
yeah, so
hurt
that's
people.
why no, I mean it's technically correct, but he wasn't doing vampire things like drinking blood, which Vamdemon does. I'm getting all hiccupy now.
Have a sip of your cola or your watermelon.
Yeah, or
You're gonna have some sake.
we got these little sake things. See, we've been traveling for the weekend, and on the way home we stopped into like this Asian market, and we picked up these little glasses of sake.
Into the last one, it's so cute. She had the little cat on her head, and she's drinking her sake.
So
They're so cute, and they're resealable, so we can keep the jars
yeah,
and put something else in them.
so, maybe I'll depending on how this episode goes, maybe I'll need some sake at the end. But so as always, we are watching via the Crunchyroll app. It's cute. No, it is super cute.
It could taste like crap for all we know.
Oh yeah, we don't know what it's going to taste like, but
we wanted the
we
bottles.
just wanted the glass for the design, and
And they-
because it's resealable, and just
They had these really cute bowls with the Shiba Inus on them. They
yeah,
were so cute, but they only had one of the big ones, and we wanted 2 big ones.
yeah,
So-
they like these like they
the
had
small ones were kind of no good to us. Really.
yeah like these big ramen bowls, and they had these cute little
2
cheap.
little Shiba Inus on it.
And they were adorable, but they had like 1 blue one and like 6 pink ones, and we're like, oh, the blue ones are nicer though. Or the other way around, sorry.
Other way around, yeah,
one
pink
pink one and 6 blue ones, but the pink ones were nicer.
They looked more animated and.
Yeah, they popped a bit more, you know. So we're gonna
The
try
ones
and get
looked
them
a bit
another
too-
time.
The blue ones looked a bit old-fashioned, like.
They look like old China,
Yeah.
which I think might have been the point, because beside that they did have like similar
like,
bowls
cups and
with
stuff,
like
yeah.
clouds and dragons and
The one with the fish on it was kind of nice.
and the one with the
That worked,
fish. Yeah. Hey, Pedja.
yeah. Hey, Pedja. This
So
was a really
it's a really good episode. Well, we're hoping so. So we're going to jump into it now.
Yeah, we're going to start it now.
So as always, we're watching through the Crunchyroll app. I've got this I'm not casting from my phone for a change. I'm doing it through the PS5. Yeah, these exist apparently.
Yeah. You pulled one out of the
Ether, just
ether, yeah. And then threw your 500 quid at it.
yeah. Basically. So we're watching through the Crunchyroll app. You're very welcome to join us, whether you're watching on Crunchyroll, Anime Lab. Hulu hasn't updated. Hulu never even got the end of 2020, so I don't know if that even has Ghost Game.
Whichever way you choose.
Whichever you're choosing to watch it, you're welcome to join along with us.
I
And
forgot we got chopsticks.
oh yeah, we did. Yeah,
Look at
we
these really
we
good-
couldn't get the ramen bowl, so we just got chopsticks.
They have cats. I don't know if you can make that out.
No, you might need to pop the light on the.
That'll shine on the paper though.
Oh.
Yeah, see if it'll show up better on your camera.
No, I think I need light, but they've got these cute little designs. So I haven't got my ring light on. So
Little kitty cats.
little kitty cats, they are adorable. We couldn't get the ramen bowls with the Shiba Inu, so we got the cute chopsticks with the kitties on them. But I was this close to buying a lucky cat, you know, the thing, one of these. I was like that close to it. I was like, no.
So cute.
Yeah, I was like, next time.
We gotta put one in our window and bring the fortune into our house.
That's it. You
That's
know.
what we'll do when we get a new house. We'll get a lucky cat.
All right. So I'm gonna count us down. We're gonna watch this episode, and I'm looking forward to it. So let's go. So 3, 2, 1. We got the Puss in Boots. Lower it down a bit so the mic doesn't pick it up. We don't get claimed.
Was it picking it up?
I don't know, but I wasn't taking that chance.
I was enjoying how loud it was.
Oh, jeez. Those anyone see the cards that were shown off for Kano Weissmon, Thetismon, and Lamormon?
Oh, that Thetismon one was
The
good.
Thetismon one is so cute. It's like she's surrounded by like Marine Angemon and Submarimon and all these different aquatic Digimon, and Gamamon's in the Submarimon.
It was so cute.
It's adorable. And then Lamormon is just terrifying. Like I really don't know what's going to cause Angoramon to go feral.
Yeah, like, and I wonder if he just looks feral, but he just talks like normal, because that'll come out really strange.
I don't know how I'd feel about
If he
that.
has the same personality.
Yeah, and then kind of Weissmon, big dragon. You know what? It is what it is. Oh,
Monster chaotic at 11 o'clock at night.
yeah. Don't blame me when you can't sleep at 6 until 6 in the morning.
Be dragging me down to my meeting.
I will, yeah.
Me piggyback.
Oh, they ended on Drachmon
Mm.
doing the thing, so maybe?
Whose eyeballs roll out of a drawer somewhere.
What is this, Leviathan? What is this, Elcor? Is Velasmon back? I mean, no. We know no. Or maybe we don't. Maybe we don't know, but...
You're running some kind of host club?
And to be fair, a host club run by Vamdemon. What is this show's intention on making all these old Digimon hot? Like, first Arachnimon, now they give Vamdemon a human form.
He's a good boy. Yes, he is.
Oh, he's Sanglumon. Come on. You know that Digimon with the big the horn thingy? We seen in from Cyber Sleuth?
Vaguely, yeah.
That's what that is. That has to be a Sanglumon.
Vampire Host Club? I feel like I've heard that one before. Justin said at first glance, Lamormon looks like some kind of dark evolution to me.
That one.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that to be told you'd be trapped inside a gem? Is that romantic? I'm not really in touch with my feminine side today, so if anyone wants to... Oh, he just bit! Oh, there it is.
Nom nom nom.
Oh! Not... Yeah, it's feeding time.
Oh, she's liking that.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god!
He's just chewing on her leg.
Oh, there's Drachmon!
Yeah. Is he giggling or crying?
You know, I think he's giggling.
No. Are they turning?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
What popped up there? Very unnerving.
It is! Oh, there's the Vamdemon bats.
No. Who's Theta?
I don't know. Just a minion, I guess? But what a wonderful night for a curse! I see what you did there! Cha-cha!
So he's just eating the podcasters?
I guess.
You have to have a lot of
Well,
followers
I guess they're
to get in.
influencers of some sort, I guess. Yeah. They could be Digi-see.
Isn't it the perfect way to start the episode?
Oh, yeah.
I loved it, yeah.
Oh, we've been asking where Drachumon is for the last...
Yeah.
What?
Well, we've mostly been asking where his eyeballs are.
Well, maybe we'll find out.
I'm not interested in him at all.
And Goramon's like, yeah, this is sus.
Mm.
And Goramon's already, yeah, I don't like this at all. This is raising too many flags.
Mm. You're not allowed to bring anyone. There's gonna be blood. What?
Yeah,
Why is he watching her?
that's who he's watching.
Or did he go to scope her out and then discover there's a Digimon?
Well, maybe. Oh,
Well, we're gonna find out now. Oh, he's such a good boy.
hello, Rosso, Alicia. The breeze of fresh blood. Oh, Dragon's getting fed as well. Wow. Oh. I'm really digging this episode already.
Wow, she's
Oh.
she's more like a zombie than a vampire.
Yeah, I'm really digging this episode so far.
Yeah, it's so creepy.
Yeah.
Who is that guy? My daughters.
Well, he did sire them, so...
Yeah.
And Goramon's like, yeah. and Goramon is a bit lean. And Goramon's a bit closer to the fourth wall than the rest of us.
Mm.
Scarletto Vento.
Mm.
All Kyosho needs to be doing is this.
Mm.
Scarletto Vento. And it's a like complete stereotype.
So now he's following Angoramon around?
I guess. An influencer with a Digimon.
Is this a JoJo reference?
He's brushing his teeth. Whoa.
Looks like she died.
Yeah.
That doesn't look
That
like good
doesn't look
makeup,
at all.
We dead now.
How are they not evaporating in the sunlight? I guess Digimon vampire rules don't work like that. Well, it's good to see Nomura's still alive.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted him to pull out something against vampires, like
Yeah, like a cloth or garlic or something. Yeah.
The makeup is based around a vampiric theme, so I guess everyone thinks that's normal.
Yeah.
I guess, but it's such a like,
Yeah.
like if your influencer suddenly
That
had
is just
bone white skin all of a sudden after going somewhere.
that
you
is
could see
just
a bit.
crimson lightning going around the thing, right? Or bloody stream. It just looks like it's the bloody stream is just running
Yeah.
around the building. Ah, Kyoshiro, you're such a coward, but I love you.
Mhm.
Yeah, you go get him, Tails.
Honestly, I think this is the second time I saw Vamdemon bite a human female. I think the first time was in '99.
Yeah, 99,
Yeah.
when he steps out of his carriage.
Mm. Is she in there now? I didn't see her.
There's a whole thing where it's like women start coming down with anemia or something because he's been feeding.
She's gonna recognize Dracula.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I was just thinking that. Belladonna di Granata. Champagne. Yeah, give the 14-year-old champagne. Yeah, sure.
No, of course we have a soft drink for you. There you
Oh, of course. There we go. Okay. Responsible, Melagrana. Yeah, well done. I appreciate your responsibility. Pomegranate.
go. Ooh, pomegranate juice.
Pomegranate. I like pomegranate. He knows the voice. Oh!
Oh, she remembers.
Woo!
Oh dear.
So, do you think maybe something happens to Angoramon in this episode, and that ends up influencing the evolution later? Oh!
Oh.
Yeah, Sangumon, there he is! She enjoyed that one a bit too much. How crude.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Did he
he
kill him?
just killed him! Don't know if I like that! All that build up! Like, Drakmon finally comes back up and he just dies
Just
like that?
dead for being rude.
You know what? The only saving grace for that will be if this show ever gets dubbed, where if they turn around and say, "I'm sending you to my dungeon in the digital world," because that's what they did with the dub for '99. He didn't kill Pumpkinmon and Gotsumon. He sent them to his dungeon.
Probably yes.
Yeah. that is such bullshit though. Yeah, Clatter's right.
Yeah. Did his eyes fizzle away in the drawer?
Yes.
Are they still alive watching? He's so pretty.
I thought they were looking into mirrors for a second. I was like, wait, that shouldn't work.
Mm.
Qualifications to rule with us?
Mm.
Okay. Oh! Digimon! Okay. Oh, that transformation.
Mm.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
No, bad vibes.
Yeah, Dracomon finally gets a reunion with Ruri. Ruri is absolutely terrified, and Vamdemon's like, no.
Don't be rude. Dead.
Put her hand back! Not bad! Not bad! She could be worthy of leadership! You know what? That instantly makes up for the Dracmon thing. Oh.
Okay.
お前たちがヴァンパイアのせい。代わりに詳しい策を。
Huh. The way this is going, this is building for an Angoramon evolution.
Mm.
If we got Lamormon out of this episode, I wouldn't be shocked.
Don't slap the baby.
Interesting. They're not using first riders for this.
Mm.
Huh. Hmm.
Mm. You're She's probably less okay after you landing on her.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, he's just like an infestation, isn't he?
Mm. Oh god!
She's brave.
Team Rocket's blasting off again!
Oh.
この程度ではあるまい。兄貴。
Vamdemon's boots are really cute.
Mm.
なかなか面白そう。
What the? What is he doing?
Did that batch just scan him?
Yeah, did that. Oh no!
Uh-oh. That was scary.
Oh, Hero's feeling it.
Uh-oh.
Are we getting Gulus?
Gulus versus Vamdemon could be cool.
Gulus versus Vamdemon would be fucking awesome!
Is he gonna punch him in the mouth and explode him?
Infected Battlegamamon with a virus.
Well, he's kicking the shit out of
No,
him.
he's-
So
yeah,
Gulus
so-
is gonna have to come at it.
Gulus is going to have to come out and save the day. Again.
His eyes might have been funny there. Gulus definitely won't want to serve you or serve with you. He's going to demolish you. Come on.
Oh! Those eyes!
That was scary. Oh, is he fighting him back?
No!
Oh.
Shinka?
Oh.
Let's go!
Alright, we gotta switch our screen back.
No advice, Mom!
Nice.
Ah! That's my boy! Let's go!
Oh, he's so cool.
Oh, he's fucking awesome! He double warped it, you know.
Oh. Get him. He's not gonna kill him, though, is he?
No, he is! He did it!
Oh, he did it!
We've actually defeated a Digimon! 25 episodes
no.
in! What? Did he escape?
He turned into a bat. He's
Ah!
running away.
Oh.
You might want to just flutter away there, my poor man. Its design is pretty cool. He just jumped off the building. See you later, lads.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I'm out. Oh man, that design looks so cool.
And Desmond says, this is the disappointment. Somewhat disappointed in that, but also this is so cool.
Okay.
Ooh, conflicted.
Right, so I don't like how Dracomon was dealt with. Also, Nick Victory Fire in the chat. Very welcome. Hope you're keeping well. Thanks for joining us.
Reminds me XBmon and Stingmon Warp Fusion Evolution.
Oh, when they jog rest to Hydramon, and then evolution from that would be Imperial Dramon. So we have our first perfect level. But
Yeah,
Gulus getting close, and then Bethel overpowering Gulus.
Yeah. Hero's determination.
Yeah. Because the voice was changing and everything. Like, the Gula's voice was coming through.
Oh, it's the eggs.
Yeah!
What's he called again?
Digitamamon.
Tamamon, that's the one. I'd be quite terrified of an egg was running around my house.
Oh god, the egg is eating people.
Did it just vomit?
Yeah.
Also,
Cannibal Mansion!
cannibal.
What a name! I thought it was Hungry House!
I mean, technically that's the same, but
No, Cannibal Mansion is a bit different.
he's not a cannibal though. He's eating humans. He's not a human.
Cannibal Mansion! What a name! Oh man. Well, I guess we're not getting Housemon back. That sucks. Oh man, I had hyped myself up for the return of Housemon. Oh well. A few features from Arrestor Dramon. Yeah, I mean, this franchise is always going to borrow from itself. So there's always going to be things that look familiar. Right. So I'm not a fan of how Drachmon was dealt with, because we've been like for weeks. What are they going to do with Drachmon? Drachmon.
That would have been a perfect place for him to get some revenge, but then Vamdemon was just like, nah.
Yeah.
I could wait till I've had my turn. No? Okay, you're dead.
Yeah, like... Oh,
Yeah, it was a bit too quick.
It was a bit too, like... It's like they brought him in because they knew they had to tie up the loose thread, and then went, well, now we're just going to cut it. Instead of tying it up, they just took the thread and went snip.
Yeah. Let's go back through the chat there. Rico says, running away like a coward when he meets the least bit of resistance. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Vamdemon, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking forward to his beast within. Yeah, when I saw the eyes go black, I was like, ooh, this is going to be a fun fight.
Yeah.
It was still a fun fight, but in a different way.
Yeah.
Pedja says, I'm okay with Vamdemon surviving, so he can come back as Venom Vamdemon. Vamdemon.
Yeah.
Say Vamdemon.
Vamdemon. Fire demon.
Yeah, I know, but my brain just goes Van for some reason.
Well, I mean, M and N in Japan have the same Eleanor thing, so your brain is probably thinking Vamdemon is valid.
That's how they would pronounce it sometimes. Yeah, but Rico said, what surprised me is that we got Weiss before we solved all the problems with Gulus. So instead of Weiss being the result of solving that problem, that means that Gulus already had that kind of power. That would explain his extreme shows of power before. Maybe Gulus already has access to the ultimate.
I don't want to see what Gulus looks like Digivolution. I'm terrified of Gulus Gabumon, and that's an adult level.
Scary.
I don't want to see.
Gulus.
I don't want to see a dark Kano Weissmon. I mean, well, Weiss is white, so what's German for black? Yeah, so Kano Schwarzmon?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure I want to see that. No, I'm okay, thank you. No, I'm okay. I love this episode. I really did. Vamdemon was really cool. It was a very different take on the character, similar to Arachnimon and similar to what they've done with Mummymon. Them bringing back these very familiar villains and doing something completely different and really leaning into the horror aspects of the lore surrounding what these monsters are based on in that mythology.
Did they defeat Dogomon?
Sanglumon?
Sanglumon.
No, he saw him run off the building at the end.
He ran off the building?
Yeah.
No, that was...
Yeah, after Matadormon leaped off,
Yeah.
Sanglumon ran down the side of the building.
Oh,
again.
did he? I missed
Yeah.
that. Okay. Also, I was going to say something there. You know what? I'm kind of okay with him running away as well a little bit, because it means him and
Felismon
could meet up because they're on the same level.
Yeah.
They're on the same level of cool as well, so them working together to make their empire. And
Yeah, and this episode did have
they did have very similar elements to it.
Yeah,
so.
I was when we were talking about the spoilers, we were saying this episode, like even from the synopses and stuff when we were talking about that, the vibe of the episode was very much the Felismon episode. Interesting that we got, like, this should have, there's a part of me that's disappointed we didn't get Lamormon, but obviously, like, the secondary characters aren't going to evolve before what would traditionally be the Gogglehead. That's not going to happen, and I, as disappointed as I might be, I appreciate that about the franchise at this point. Because this was very much a Rory episode, and then Vamdemon scanned him like a barcode and went, oh, okay, yeah. So
That was a strange ability. The bat just flew around and scanned him.
So what is Gulu's Gamamon?
Mm.
Like, I'm left with more, as cool as all this was, I'm
of
left
the
with more
Digimon
questions.
Go, what are you?
Yeah.
Like, not even, like, you're a strong Digimon.
Yeah,
or
no,
something,
there's, like, they've all acknowledged there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Like,
or there's something epic about you.
yeah,
but,
well, yeah, depend if you're
Pixie-
Piximon, yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
What was his stupid name again?
Piccolomon?
Piccolomon?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he was Picklemon.
Oh, Picklemon, yeah, they
Yeah.
translated it as Picklemon, didn't they? Yeah. Lamormon should have finished Dracmon. Yeah, that's like, I'm still like, Dracmon being taken out like that doesn't sit with me. As funny as Ruri smacking Vamdemon with her purses.
Like, oh.
Well, yeah, well, okay. Well, she's got zest, you know. She could be
Yeah.
worthy. I don't know. It's so obviously so that means we should be getting Lamormon and Thetismon in the next few weeks. Like, if we got Lamormon next week, I'd be shocked because it's an Angoramon episode rather than a Ruri episode. So I don't know.
Yeah, Pedris is what I didn't like. Is that it started off as a Ruri episode and ended up as a hero?
Yeah.
That's gonna happen.
Do you think the writers just sort of realized, oh wait, we're 25 episodes in, we should probably evolve?
Yeah.
Because I don't see why this... Like, it would have been cool to see Lamormon versus Vamdemon. Because
Yeah.
Lamormon looks so feral and is kind of this werewolfy rabbit thing.
Yeah, and he was just gone up against a wolf, and then he was up against someone who was threatening to eat Ruli.
Yeah.
Ruri, like,
So him going a bit feral would have made sense.
That's what we were saying. If he was to come out, it would make sense in this episode because it's centered around her. But
yeah, and even with next week's episode being an Angoramon focused episode, it's quite strange that this episode did just suddenly shifted into...
Are we getting 2 episodes in a row where things want to eat Rory?
Well, Digimon has never shied away from Vor before. 2020 was just Digi-vor the series.
We'll have to scroll back in the chapter a bit.
Yeah.
But
let's see. Where are we?
oh, it's doing the thing.
It's doing the thing. Oh, there we go.
Go up again a little bit more.
Maybe Golus already has access to the ultimate. I hope not, but you know what? I'll call it now, and I'll be super happy to be wrong about this.
Yeah.
But now that Battle Gamamon can evolve, we're never seeing Kaos or Wizen again.
Probably not.
Because that's stock footage that they just don't have to use.
Yeah.
Because I doubt they're going to get any
unless
new
they're
evolutions.
really needed, like a thing to like
Yeah.
shoot down a satellite or something.
Yeah.
You know.
If we want to play that card again, yeah. Look, I'll be super happy to be wrong on that one, but I just get the feeling because they're not going to get dedicated evolutions, we're probably not going to see them ever again. Well, maybe once in a blue moon, but
yeah.
if we're starting to get into the characters evolving into perfect levels,
they don't need Kaos anymore for flying because kind of
Weissmon can fly. Yeah.
And he's powerful enough that they don't really need
Wizen either. Yeah.
Unless they need to shoot something at long distance, but I'm sure he can shoot like a fucking.
I'm sure he
laser ball out
shoots
his mouth or
lasers.
something.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll be fine in that regard. Clatter then said, still a hard agree on that Dracmon opinion. Yeah, it's not sitting well with me because I know I'm repeating stuff I've already said, but for weeks we've been like, what are they going to do with Dracmon? He promised to come back. They've been building this up.
Yeah, and he did say he had more powerful friends, and he showed up with his more powerful friends.
Yeah, and his more powerful friends went, actually, no.
You're rude. Get out of here.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It was good to see him again, and I thought maybe he'd get through the episode unscathed and just sort of be this recurring thing. maybe Lamormon would finish him off, as the chat suggested. But to just see him go out like that, it's kind of like they went, well, we need to tidy this up.
Yeah, we
and
need
just
to
wrote him out.
re-include him to get rid of him.
Yeah, basically.
Otherwise, he's
Yeah.
going to be a plot hole.
Yeah, and you have to wonder then if it was worth bringing him back at all, or he should have just been left alone.
Yeah.
And like on one hand, I like that they tidied it off,
Yeah.
but I don't like how they did it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not if I'm. Yeah, the Dracmon thing is annoying me, because I remember like when he turned up and everyone was like, our chat included, and I've seen this on Twitter and I've seen this on like Reddit and things, like people were like, oh, maybe we'll get Grand Dracmon as a big villain.
Yeah.
We possibly still could. Maybe there's some. I mean, Myotismon can evolve into him or something.
Yeah.
You know,
But the chat are saying there as well, Nick Victory said, honestly, they should have Dracmon get some evolution and fight, but nope.
yeah.
And then Reiko said, well, Dracmon was a bit of a pussy when we first met him, only abusing on the weak, so it makes sense for him to end this way.
Yeah, it
Reiko
is like a
also
sort of a
said
karmic
something-
thing, but it just, because we've been waiting for so long for him to come back.
Yeah, that's what Reiko also said. Maybe
Yeah.
we expected a bit too much from a mere child that couldn't even materialize himself.
Yeah, well, he figured out that one in
Yeah.
the 22 episodes he's been gone.
But did he do that through like the
Well,
fear of those women, or
Probably,
the
yeah.
emotions
The
of
same
those
way as
women through
same way with
yeah.
Felismon and Felismon's minions.
Yeah, so he
Um,
didn't really do it himself. He didn't
yeah.
get stronger or scarier. He just
No,
latched onto his powerful
new
friend.
friends.
And
Do you know what? If the show had even acknowledged that with a throwaway line or two, I'd probably be more forgiving.
I mean, he did like point out that he said, like I said, I was going to get you back or whatever.
Yeah,
So,
and then Vamdemon killed him because impatience.
yeah, well, like I said, it's like the Hannibal Lecter thing. He killed him because he was rude.
Yeah.
He didn't want to wait his turn. He stepped over the line, and Vamdemon was like, "No, you get the leftovers because you're a servant."
So who was killed off like a bitch the worst? Dracmon or Derek Bateman? No, what's his name? American Psycho. Patrick Bateman.
Patrick Bateman. No, yeah, he was killed off like a bitch.
Yeah. So who was the bigger bitch, Dracmon or Patrick Bateman?
Is it Patrick Bateman? That's gonna bug me now.
Hey, you guys know who I mean.
American Psycho.
I might have Derek in my head because of our housemate's obsession with Derek.
Patrick Bateman. Yeah.
Yeah, with Derek. What's his name? Shepherd.
Derek Shepherd. Yes. You cannot escape Derek Shepherd in this house.
No.
If anyone's ever watched Grey's Anatomy, you know what we're talking about. Probably not, but
You know, but he just went out like a chump.
yeah. But at the same time, he was a little minion, and he crossed the line with the boss, and you know.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I don't particularly like it, but it does make sense.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
He's like, no, I know this one. I'm gonna have her, and he's like, no, I'm the boss. So.
Okay. Well, fine.
Scroll
Okay.
down a little bit
So
more
that's
now.
right. Okay. So that's Dracmon then. Let's see what else was said then.
I keep having to, because Reiko said he was a pussy in that one, but started out and then in the next one it says something about him being a bitch. I had to keep accepting them even though Reiko is censoring themselves.
The algorithm working overtime.
No,
So
we need to go down the way now.
yeah. So instead of Weiss being the result of solving the Gulus Gamamon problem, yeah. I'm okay with Vamdemon surviving so he can come back as Venom Vamdemon. I don't know if I want that, but I could definitely see him coming back with Felismon, because now we know they will bring back older villains. Which means Zasomon is coming back at some point.
Yeah.
Which means Felismon has to
They
come
better
back.
not give him a sexy human form because that will confuse the life out of me.
Which?
That's a man.
Oh god, no. I mean, Felismon got one, Arachnimon got one, Vamdemon got one. The only one that should have got one at this point but hasn't yet is Mummymon.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Like, could you imagine
they're all
if we see
teaming
it-
up and they're making themselves look like humans in Zasamon? Like they turn him into a human. I'm just gonna be like, ugh,
Oh
no.
no, Joe,
Don't do that.
No, Zasamon will end up looking like fucking Winston Payne.
Yeah, he's gonna look like because he's an old one. Isn't he?
Yeah.
So
he'll end up
like an old man,
he'll look like Winston or Gaspin Payne. Ace Attorney from Ace Attorney for those who don't know. But Justin says that means Betel can slide evolve into Gulus. I don't know. Like, was Gulus just trying to force his way through?
Yeah, because like, well, it was more to protect.
Was it
Gamamon either way.
self-preservation, or was it because Hero was feeling the effects of the attack?
I think that's where he was coming out.
Yeah.
But I don't think he would have cared if Hero got hurt. He might, but it's more. I think it was more self-preservation.
Yeah, because
he was going to get more hurt.
Because Gulus only ever comes out when it's self-preservation.
Yeah.
It's never because Hero's in danger.
Yeah. So I don't think it really had anything to do with that. I think that's what. I think it was his determination through his pain that fought him back. Basically.
Yeah. Yeah, like Hero probably saw the eyes and went, "Oh no."
No, we'll do this together, not him. It's like so he needs to make that meme with all of like Gamamon's.
All the Gamamon's like, thank you for being
you or whatever. Not you.
Not you. Yeah. Let's see. I really like Vamdemon in this episode. Also has a few features from Arrestormon. Yeah. Maybe a bit too much expected. Yeah, and maybe that's on us. Maybe we just expected too much because the show has been good about... It has been good for not really leaving mysteries for too long, and the payoff has usually been worth it. So, but yeah, look, yeah, I think you guys are right. Like, him coming back was an, oh wait, they did remember him moment, but you know, he got a little too overzealous and the boss went, well, no, sorry.
Yeah, kind of a minion that's trying to talk you down.
Yeah.
And fight back with you. He was overqualified.
They should have had Drachmon get some evolution and fight. No. Yeah, I mean, it could have gone either way. Well, Drachmon was a bit of a pussy when we first met him, only abusing on the weak, so it makes sense for him to end this way. Yeah, or Malomyotismon. I don't know if I want to see, like, as happy as I am, not happy, but as okay as I am with seeing Vamdemon come back, I don't know if I want his evolutions.
Yeah, I think where he is at the moment would be fine to stick with for this show.
Yeah.
Like, and if they do pair him and Bellismon up, I think they'd go well as a pair the way they are.
Yeah.
I don't think they need because.
But I will say it did debate me though, because I thought Kano killed him, and I was like, we're 25 episodes in and we've actually defeated a Digimon. But because the data was there and everything, but no, I got debated. My excitement got the better of me.
Because the bats were all flying away and then he just joined them, basically.
After seeing, I'm afraid to see what Vamdemon's going to do to him since he did survive. Well, if he joins up, I want to see Kano's Wartsmon.
I just said, who is stronger, Gulus or Kano Weissman?
That's tough right now.
Yeah, I like what Reiko said there. It ties into what Reiko said above.
Yeah.
Is I would say that Gulus already has access to his ultimate, so Gulus maybe. So that depends, and Reiko continues that further on. But
No, thank you. The idea of Gulus evolving. No, thank you.
Nick says, now I'm interested to see the other two getting their evolutions.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I want to see a lot. Like, you don't have to be a rocket surgeon to know what Thetasmon is going to be like.
Yeah.
Because we called this months ago. Thetasmon is just going to be Jellymon, but again.
Yeah.
Like, there's no, like...
A bit more mature.
Maybe.
But still...
Possibly a bit more mature.
But still as bratty.
Yeah. And princessy.
She'll probably be more flirty.
Yeah. Oh, I can totally see it. Darling, do you like me now?
Yeah.
You know...
I'm grown up now.
Anyway. But Lamormon is the one that interests me the most. Because all his art is just scary.
Yeah, like his personality really wouldn't match with that, so I feel like he has to get angry sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's not a dark evolution, so...
No, like it's a proper...
It's a proper one.
It's
so
a proper evolution.
how is he going to be so calm, but like...
Like, how did he go from like Angoramon, which is big and fluffy and everything, to Simbar Angoramon, which is just Renamon, which is basically a Renamon in pants.
Zen Rabbit.
Zen Rabbit. And then to Lamormon, which is just feral Angoramon.
Looks like he rolled out of a ditch chasing something.
Yeah, just carrying a flail.
Yeah.
Like Lamormon is the one that interests me the most out of the upcoming Ultimates, because like Thetismon is just, again, it's Jellymon, but again, similar to Tesla Jellymon. It's just going to be that personality.
Yeah, but Angoramon, when he evolves, when he evolves the last time, his personality doesn't change.
No, Canovicemon is just a big dragon. Fine, he looks like a pre-evolution of Examon, the Royal Knight, the big fuck off dragon Royal Knight.
Yeah.
He looks like a pre-evolution to that.
Yeah.
Fine. Lamormon's the interesting one because it looks anyway like it's just going to be such a 180 personality wise. Like even that new card art. Let me just grab that. Let me just grab that from Twitter because they showed off 3 of the new card arts. I'm saying to you in the new Thetismon artwork. You can see Gamamon riding around in Submarimon, and it's very cute. But
did you read it? Oh, you did.
I did.
Excuse me.
So I'm just grabbing the image here so I can load it in. So I can load it onto the screen here. So
yeah, just load him in where he is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have him replace a Vamdemon here. Right. So.
Oh, that's tiny.
There we go.
There we go.
Look at him though. Like, how does that turn into that?
Yeah, like how does he and how is he so like when he's just standing there and saying his little bit? How does that personality come out of that face?
Yeah.
It really doesn't make sense.
It doesn't, like, it's absolutely, like, it's so crazy.
Oh, Reiko. Reiko said, plot twist, there are no Royal Knights. Gulus killed them before Hokuto did whatever he did to turn him into Gamamon.
You know what?
You're okay with that?
Gulus Gamamon would be my favorite Digimon, outside of Wormmon, obviously. You're my boy. But... like
kill all the Royal Knights.
If Gulus Gamamon just if in this lore Gulus Gamamon just slaughtered the Royal Knights, I'd be okay with that. Yeah. Because I can't stand the Royal Knights.
Oh, someone else had brought up. We need to scroll back down to the chat. Before we do anything else.
So let me just see. Reiko saying basically after seeing Vamdemon run away like a little bitch, they went, well, this was a huge waste of time. I think Gulus already has access. Now we should see their 2 evolutions. I like Lamormon. I felt like Lamormon should have finished Dracmon, yeah. This made me think something is. We already know that a child could be as strong as a perfect. It's simply the amount of data they have. A child could have as much data as a perfect. So Gulus can be as strong as an ultimate. Yeah, basically. I mean, that's kind of running on Tamer's logic where they'll get stronger by absorbing data, but... we don't know what Gulus is yet, so anything goes, And
Greco goes on to say, but if we consider that Gulus already had access to Ultimate and only remains on Adult for convenience, would he have access to his abilities as an Ultimate in Gulus form?
That's Kano's Wortmon.
Yeah. He stays as Gulus, but has that power behind him.
Yeah. Well, what I did, Pedra, what I didn't like is it started as a Ruri episode and ended as a hero episode. Yeah.
Can a Digimon that can evolve to a further form at will use the abilities of that form without evolving to it? Like a Renamon. Oh. Is it gone?
Oh, did it jump?
Yeah. Like a Renamon using the sealing abilities of a Sakuyamon. Now I can't stop myself from thinking about that.
I don't think so. I think there is a limit to what powers you have in the form that you're in. you know, I can't, like, unless a
Like, if you're
Renamon
not-
went out of its way to learn how to do those separately, rather than them just being inherent abilities.
Yeah.
But no, I wouldn't say so, because I think that's too much. I don't think you want to give the riders that much freedom,
Yeah.
because evolution has no consequence then.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no point.
Something ahead there. Black Nightmon joined the chat saying,
Oh.
Prince Adam.
Black Nightmon, hey, good to see you.
When Hero got scanned and felt the same damage that Battlegamamon took, it reminded me of Tamers.
Yeah, that's a thing in Tamers. They feel each other's damage.
Peja and Reiko said 4.5.
4.5. That's valid. That is a valid score.
Yeah.
I even think
think
Gulus
Gulus.
could have beaten Vamdemon. Well, I mean,
easily.
I think that's why we got so excited, because when Bettel's eyes changed to that black.
Yeah.
So one of two things could have happened there. Either Gulus takes over like a Yugi to Yami Yugi situation,
Yeah.
or Bettel evolves to a Gulus evolution. Similar to Gamamon to Gulus rather than Bettel. So that's one of two ways that could potentially have gone. So seeing Bettel with the Gulus eyes is horrifying, because you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
But oh yes.
Yeah.
Because
that would have been such a good fight.
that would have been a good fight, yeah. Gulus,
Although he could have just ended it very quickly, like he did.
like what he did with Arachnimon. I don't
Arachnimon,
think
yeah.
they'd repeat the same thing twice, but
But
how he killed Troopmon was very different to how he killed off Arachnimon. And I guess maybe the only reason we
it
didn't
was
see...
very quick.
Yeah, but I was going to say, maybe the only reason we didn't see Gulus and he only got, like, hinted at here was because whenever Gulus turns up, someone actually dies. And if
Yeah,
they're planning
and
on bringing
also-
Vamdemon back, they can't kill him off yet.
Yes, and also we've learned that Gamamon can control who he evolves into as
Yeah.
well. So having that control now might mean that he's able to push him back a bit more.
Mm,
He can
no.
control that he goes into the other ones.
Yeah, no, but that happened before Arachnimon.
Did it?
Yeah. And it was
But
because...
he was unconscious then.
True. But I don't think... I still don't believe Gamamon knows Gulus even exists. I don't think he
No,
knows.
but that's what I mean. But that ability then, when he was Battlegamamon, maybe that helped knowing that he can control it. So he
That-
controlled his way back.
Maybe, like, the show might explain it and it might not.
Yeah.
My interpretation was that it was like you said earlier, just like Hero's determination
Well, that
reached
too.
him.
That coupled with it.
And I think
But
it's
he
more
has
of
more
that.
control over it now, so maybe it was a thing.
Yeah, it might have been more of that.
You want me to open that?
No, it's
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of things, but we really got to catch up with the chat before we go any further.
But while I do, before we do, I'm gonna show off the Theta Spawn artwork. It's awesome, but it is just Tesla Jellymon, but grown up.
Yeah.
And you see Gamamon in the corner here riding the Submarimon. That's so cute. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Gamamon is aware of Gulus. So, but that makes me wonder if Bettel is aware, because Bettel would share Gamamon's knowledge and memories. Gulus just seems to be a whole. Like I wouldn't even say Gulus is like a DID thing, like dissociative identity disorder.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say it's anything like that. I would just say it's a completely different entity that dwells in the body. So they might not even be aware, because we haven't formally addressed the whole Pokemon situation.
Yeah.
And maybe we won't ever, but we haven't done anything for Gamamon.
Like, it's kind of, well, I suppose it's opened up the question now, was Battlegamamon aware that he was turning into Gulus Gamamon?
Yeah, or did
Or
he
that he
feel
was
that
coming
something
out?
was pushing through?
Yeah.
And then with Hero's determination, he was able to push back against
What
that
he was-
feeling.
Yeah, or pushing back against his anger, whether he knew it was him,
Yeah.
because the anger, or the despair, or whatever brings him out.
Mm.
So when Hero was like,
Despair.
Gulus is just on a coma. isn't he?
I'll bring you ultimate despair. I think Gulu. Yeah, I think Gulu's probably could have beaten Vamdemon.
Yeah.
Rory is indeed delicious.
Apparently so.
Are we speaking from experience, Desmond?
Well, look, Vamdemon sniffed her and said, "What a sweet scent." So.
Oh
Why does
yeah.
everyone sniff the children?
Because Japan's weird. Unless they do something special for the evolutions, which will be a huge surprise. Another thing I'm thinking, an evolution usually happens by addition of data from the emotions of the human. By reaching the data threshold, they simply evolve having enough. Yeah, the vital bracelet Digivice seems to, because it does the whole meter thingy, so that seems to back that up.
Yeah.
You know, it's the combination of emotions feeding into the Digivice the right way. Because we seen when Gulus first came up, the meter was building and then went, actually no.
But could that be possible to add that data while maintaining the stage? Have as much strength as Weiss, but remaining in Wizen?
Oh, I don't think so.
For example, to shoot its cannon with an absolutely nuts amount of energy? No, I don't think so. It's like you said, then evolution is irrelevant then.
I think evolution becomes irrelevant if that becomes a crutch. I think once in a while you can do a thing where Wizen, for example, gets supercharged because he's taking in the feelings of, for argument's sake, Hiro, Ruri, and Kyoshiro. Similar to when Ruri and Tesla Jellymon, when they were
together,
basically partnered. If it's something like that and you get an overpowered Wizen for that episode alone, you go, oh, that was wild, and you never do it again.
Yeah, it's kind of like when they get when they evolve first, they get that kind of...
Yeah, first time evolution bonus.
Yeah, the bonus, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a stat boost. Yeah, your first time evolution bonus.
You're going to win that fight, basically.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that, in a way. So that's the power of friendship as well.
That's why the Geo Grey Sword worked once and then never again. Oh wait, we haven't got you there yet. The Geo Grey Sword is the worst weapon in Digimon history. It worked once and then never again.
So now we have a devil and a vampire who want to rule the world plot. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Which, again, what is Gulu's Gamamon?
Is Battle Gamma Man gonna slide evolve? I thought the same thing. Well, sexy mummy incoming.
Sexy mummy incoming, yeah. Like we'll have to give, like, if Mummymon starts interacting with humans and becomes like a proper doctor,
yeah,
like they'd have to give him a human form reminiscent of his one from Adventure 02. They'll just be shonen the crap out of it because that's what this show does.
Yeah. Didn't think the Tesla Jellymon Sama was gonna get one shot like Lilymon.
Yeah, she just took a kick to the stomach and that was it.
Yeah.
No Crimson Lightning. Yeah, or no, Night Raid was used, but was it was
Bloodstream?
No, Bloody Stream is Crimson Lightning.
Oh.
Shadow Wing? No, that's Garudamon. Was it Night Raid? And it just infected Lilymon and turned her to stone. It might have just been Night Raid.
He said something in one of the clips you showed me before about dead something.
Oh, Dead Scream.
Dead Scream?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Dead Scream. Yeah, we didn't see Dead Scream, so yeah, no Lilymon getting turned into a statue elements here.
Yeah. Desmond is talking about you and your disappointment. Yay, we killed a Digimon, turned into a bat. Damn, disappointed.
Basically, yeah. Because I was like, oh, we finally did it, and it would make sense because we finally have a perfect level fighting a perfect.
Yeah.
But no, for him to run away and survive to come back later.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Do we think Lamormon's actually going to murder whatever it's fighting?
It looks like it will. But we really need its personality before we can have any decisions.
Yeah.
Or theories even.
And then let me just swap over to the Mon of the Hour, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
With this sick artwork of Kano Vice Mon.
It looks real retro as well.
Yeah.
The space behind it looks like an old anime show. Finally, killing a Digimon will probably be a very important part of the story that they'll have to actively decide to do and not just simply an accidental result. They'll have to actively decide that they want to kill someone.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what kind of Weissman was.
Yeah, he would have done it, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't think Hero would have stopped him.
No, I don't. But it's an interesting thing. Thelismon willingly went, sure, whatever, you can have your friends back or whatever.
Yeah.
Vamdemon running away undid the spell?
Yeah.
What was that?
It was basically the same thing,
It was,
except
but
he didn't go, oh, we'll play later, you know?
Yeah, so like
He
this
just
really
kinda-
was just the Thelismon episode again.
Yeah. But that does hopefully
There's hope.
show that they're...
Yeah, I'm
they're
hoping there's a
they'll make a
narrative
good-
reason for the similarities.
Yeah, like that they will find each other because of fighting these kids with these Digimon and
Yeah.
decide, no, we're going up against them together. Two of us is better than them. Or possibly three if there's someone else.
Yeah.
Who else is there left?
Who to come back?
Yeah,
Zasomon.
that's the one. That's it, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, the others kind of...
well, Clockmon's a good guy now.
Yes, and...
Sirenmon, I don't think we'll see again.
No,
she might turn up
was-
for like an end of the show final battle thing.
Yeah,
but I don't think
she's more friend than foe now.
Yeah, I don't think we're.
Well, not friend, but
yeah, not foe either.
yeah, we have a couple of those.
Yeah.
Friends, not foes. Yeah, Garmon is just never gonna.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we just forget.
Yeah.
Can we just forget the Alagaramon episode ever happened?
He might, like you're saying,
I
he might
think
show
we
up in a
can-
final battle. He'll just be a shadow in the background.
To be fair, we can't even pretend that episode didn't happen because it's the episode that gave us Kaus.
Yeah.
We can't even pretend the Alagaramon episode never happened. So
We can pretend there was no other human in it.
yeah, we could. Yeah, what Daigo or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just pretend he wasn't in the episode.
Yeah.
Finally killing it will be an important
just
part of the story. Yeah. They'll have to actually decide. Peggia, I can't wait for the mega villains to start appearing. Piedmon will definitely appear. Killer Oh yeah. There's no way we
Yeah.
don't get Piedmon back. The other Dark Masters, I'm less confident on. I don't see Pinocchimon or Puppetmon coming back. Mugendramon, as popular as he is, we just got him in 2020.
Yeah, and he's not really.
And he was meant to be
really.
but he was meant to be a big part of the plot in 2020.
Yeah.
And then because of COVID, the story got changed.
Yeah.
So I don't see him coming back. And then the last one, Metal Seedramon. Yeah, I doubt we're getting him at all. So Piedmon definitely, because Killer Clowns.
Yeah.
Like they'll probably do some sort of send up of it.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah, they've already done Nightmare on Elm Street.
They've already done Nightmare on Elm Street, yeah, so that didn't make sense.
I mean, technically, the army serial killer guy.
Oh,
The
Troop
Bob-
Man.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Bob? Doesn't sound right to me. But anyway,
Yeah.
that guy, he was kind of he'd work as kind of a Michael Myers Jason character.
Yeah, fair.
Just
Yeah.
stalking
people
people.
to kill them off. Yeah.
Flirty equals, we can't show that to kids.
Especially
That's censored. Especially with us innocent Americans.
yeah. If Thetismon is just a lot more flirty, I suppose it'll work within the context of the character. So I'm not going to be like, oh god, because
Yeah.
Jellymon is already kind of flirty.
Yeah.
She's just not.
She'll be
Oh,
more-
darling.
It will be like Lukua, when Lukua gets all flirty with Shota. But
Yeah.
it's not really flirty per se, it's just her being a grown woman and, like, you know, being big sister to
Yeah.
the little kid. But, you know, she's all sexy and whatever, so he's just like, oh god, second lady. Oh,
Kyosho being all bashful around Thetismon.
Yeah.
Okay, I could be into that.
And
that
her,
could be a
like,
funny little dynamic.
depending on how tall she is compared to him as well, like if she goes,
I hope-
Johnny, and squeezes them into her boobs or something.
I don't know if they'll go that far.
I don't think they would on purpose.
on
but
purpose. Yeah.
You could see
But
why
you
he
definitely-
would be sitting there like, oh no.
Oh, I want her to be giant.
Yeah.
I don't mean Rosemon in 2020 giant.
Yeah,
But
but
like
taller than him,
like a
Adam.
good 4 foot taller than like
Yeah.
Demetresk.
Yeah.
Yeah, like have her as tall as
Oh my
Lady
God,
Demetresk.
Jellymon Demetresk.
Yeah. Jellymon Demetresk. That's what Thetismon needs to be. We just had a vampire episode, so why not?
Nick says, "Oh my god, I can imagine that right now with Luco's personality from Dragon Age."
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, they work. They would work. Oh, they'd be dangerous together.
Let's see. What else we got? Wouldn't be surprised to see some Royal Knights appear in this show at all.
Oh,
Please,
so
no.
that's why Reiko said about killing the Royal Knights then.
Plot twist, there are no Royal Knights.
Yeah.
Gulus killed them all. And Gulus became my favourite Digimon that day. If Dracmon actually... so Clatter was saying, if Dracmon has actually permanently gotten rid of... actually permanently been gotten rid of, then this is a problem that no different... Well,
that is no different with the whole Clockmon turning good because reasons.
Oh, okay. Sorry, yeah.
Dracmon just died because reasons.
Yeah. Then
this one made a little more
this
sense.
Is a this is a problem that is no different. Yeah. Sorry, just I'm about 6 feet away from the screen the chat is on, so I'm sort of like squinting. I don't need glasses or anything, but it's still far enough away that I'm just like, wait, I'm like, all right, come on, okay.
Look at the script, not yourself.
Okay. Right. If Dracmon has actually permanently been gotten rid of, then this is a problem that is no different than the whole Clockmon turning good because reasons. R.I.P. potential past and future story plots.
Can you see that better with my glasses on?
My eyes are all fuzzy now because I've been wearing your glasses, so I don't know. I don't think so. If I can, it's just been like the sharpness has just been increased by like 0.1 or something.
And Reiko said, and yeah, Lemormon looks amazing. Tall girl and short guys are my interest. I prefer the reverse.
Tall girl and short guys are my interest. Yeah, I mean, if Thetismon is like Lady Demetresque height, that'd be super funny.
That would be so funny.
Especially with like Jellymon's attitude.
Yeah. She is gonna step on him.
Yeah, and the fan base is gonna want that too. What?
Yeah.
Hero, I summon Yellow Eyes White Dragon. It is a very Yu-Gi-Oh looking monster, very modern Yu-Gi-Oh. Like it's certainly not like Duel Monsters level, but I could certainly see that in like a Zale or a Vrains. It's certainly a more modern Yu-Gi-Oh dragon, like an Odd Eyes pendulum dragon looking thing.
Hey, Jackie, don't worry.
Jackie, no problem. Welcome to the stream, my friend. You're very welcome. What will her mega be? We don't know.
No.
That's the thing, because the dim cards gave them all...
I want it to be something ridiculous.
Yeah, like the dim cards gave them all existing mega levels.
Yeah.
Like that, like they didn't...
Yeah,
it's like...
What is it called?
Ancient Mermaimon.
Mermaimon, yeah.
Yeah, but like it also gave her other ones, but that's the one that just seems the most reasonable for that evolution line.
Yeah, but
so,
I don't think they'd be the official ones.
I don't think
they're
so.
just placeholders until they get the other ones.
No, definitely.
Spoil the show completely.
Exactly. So it wouldn't surprise me if like around October, because that's when the dim cards for Ghost Game came out. Was it October, November? Around that?
Yeah,
around that. Whenever. So if we get closer to the anniversary of the show running and those original dim cards coming out, I wouldn't be surprised that we get Ghost Game dim cards version 2, and it's got the proper.
Yeah, like first anniversary version.
Yeah.
With the actual.
With the
Megazord.
Because the Gamamon one. Like
or Mega will be Jelly and Jimomon.
I'm sorry, do I need to bring Thetismon's picture back up? Because that's basically what she is already. She's basically Jelly Lovely Angemon.
New card game dropping in fall, so makes sense. New card game dropping in fall, so maybe they'd be in that.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
Marine Anjouamon. Yeah.
Marine Anjouamon, basically, yeah.
She'd be more like that. What's that pop star one?
That's what I say. Lovely Angemon.
Lovely, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's the Gulu's card from last week.
Mm.
So that's what we thought we were getting, but no.
Mm.
This lad instead.
The ultimate hope.
The ultimate. The
Instead of the ultimate despair.
Oh, that's good. Bravo.
And Raya says, anyway, most predictable thing in the episode, Vamdemon disguised as a Bishi.
I mean, we did say that when we were going through the spoilers. Juraemon and Chromon with Diego. Was it Diego? I thought it was Daigo. No, whatever. It's not like he was important anyway.
Yeah, he's not important enough to remember.
No.
We're actually caught up now.
Yeah, we're actually caught up. So
We'll just be sexier jelly women.
Yeah. I mean, hold on. Sorry. Let me just bring her back up here a second.
Oh. Yeah. Oh.
There
we go. Showing up really small. Like
Yeah.
she is already.
She's
sexy pop star lady.
She's already sexy pop star jelly lady, jellyfish lady. So I
She's got boobies.
there's a part of me that really digs the stupid robot gloves.
Yeah. They kind of remind me of Mimi's gloves because I always thought her gloves looked huge
Yeah.
compared to what her hands should look like. Mimi had secret yaoi hands.
Yeah. But she's also got like that cross on her visor.
Yeah, it's kind of a RoboCop. Well, that's because we thought she kind of looked like Andromon, so it's kind of a RoboCop looking thing.
Yeah, no, but it's like also like Anjouamon's helmet where it's got the cross on it as well.
Yeah.
So she's
So
already
does she have a
kind of
face
there.
under there?
I would presume there's eyes under there.
Mm.
But it also looks like she has like things on her ears.
Mm.
Let me see. I'm gonna just widen this up. Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a
I wonder
really
if it's
there's a
attached.
really HQ image of this card.
Look at him. Look at him.
Look at the Gabumon, it's a little Submarimon. It's adorable.
Is that just a line around that, or is that meant to be a big smile?
Which?
That looks like a big smile to me. That's
Oh
what
no, I
thought.
think it's just where the sections of his body cut off.
Yeah, because
But I can see what you
when
mean.
you showed it to me first, I thought he was grinning at her.
Yeah, it does look like Submarimon. It has a big old smile on his face as well. But I think that's just his chat. I think that's just the body of Submarimon.
Andrea said, "Too bad he didn't sparkle."
Too
He
bad.
had sparkly gems though.
Yeah.
I also like the mecha glove.
Yeah, I think they're so dumb.
Yeah. She's like Iron Maiden from Shaman King. That person. Oh look.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Desmond says she'll be my new Digi waifu. Shaman. Yeah, there you go.
Someone had to type one of the automated Google prompts is Iron Maiden Shaman King age. So now I'm worried.
Oh no.
Now I'm worried.
Go on.
Oh.
Oh yeah. I see where you're coming from.
I
with
see
that,
where
yeah.
you're coming from. Yeah.
He looks like if someone made a human version of
Yeah.
the
Literal.
Ooh, that's an Iron Maiden. All right.
Yeah. So
Scary. Although apparently they were never used. That's what Google just said. Yeah, she's cute.
yeah. Don't lose your lollies. I'm not sure I like the giant chastity belt on her. Like, I get what they're going for because it's meant to resemble the lock on an actual Iron Maiden. I get what they're going for, but it also does just look like a giant chastity belt. To which, again, don't lose your lollies.
I like the little wind-up things on her boots. Those are cool.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice them. Yeah. Right, let's jump back over to the chat. Let me get Theta spawn off screen
Is
before.
she wearing freaking power gloves?
She loves the power glove. It's so bad. Anyway.
Maybe the gloves and or visor or something Kyo makes and integrates into her evolution. Jasmine, no! No loot the lolly.
Definitely no. Bold. Give me. Someone give me a rolled up newspaper I can bonk Desmond with.
Oh, it's all gone.
Yeah. So should we rank this episode already?
Yeah, Pedro just asked, how do we rate it?
Oh, okay.
So we should probably get into that.
Yeah, we should
It's
probably get into
been
that.
1 hour. It's already midnight.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
We're gonna
Well,
have to go a bit quicker.
yeah. Okay.
We just had a lot of
So-
stuff to catch up on.
Yeah. No, we did, and not that we're trying to get away from each chat, but Meg has a very important meeting in the morning, so we just need to make sure she gets plenty of rest. So, let me take Kano Vice down. So, hold on, I need to change this now. Hannibal Mansion, what a name.
Oh,
So,
favorite character?
yeah, I don't know. I really liked Vamdemon. Rory smacking him with her purse was
That was
funny,
great. But his reaction was the best.
Yeah,
part of that,
yeah.
I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pick Vamdemon.
Vamdemon, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the same.
Mm.
And now scoring it is
Yeah. Oh. I don't think it's a 5,
no.
but I definitely don't think it's any lower than a 4.
No, I think what Pedja and Reiko were saying, I think a 4.5 is very
I think
fair.
It's very fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, while we might not like the Drachmon just got whipped out of existence,
Yeah.
it made sense.
It made sense
in
within the
moment.
context of the moment,
Yeah.
and
And
the
they
rest
did
of the
this-
episode was very good on top of that.
Yeah. And it was creepy, and those women were terrifying.
Oh yeah, with their really good makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And coming out of the bushes like that was... Yeah, and Reiko said something as well about how they went back to normal because the bats left them, because, they each had a bat.
Oh, is that what that was?
Mm.
Right, I missed that.
I think it was Reiko.
I'll have to go back. Well, yeah, no,
Yeah, it was
I'll
Reiko.
have to rewatch the episode when I'm not
But
just
remember
full
you
of
thought-
hype and vigor.
Yeah, you remember you thought they were standing in front of mirrors
Yeah.
in the windows. They each had a bat beside them, floating over them. So it was when those left that they turned back
That
to
the
normal.
curse left.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, well that makes some. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna say 4.5.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's our favorite part of this, because scoring it is one thing.
Now I have to put it amongst the others.
AR. So, nope. Vamdemon is not a score. Yeah, Vamdemon out of 5. That's how that. Instead of scoring this episode of Vamdemon out of 5. Okay, so 4.5. Is it better than Game of Death? We both have the same 4.5s.
We do.
So is it better than Game of Death, or I'm better than The Witching Hour?
Yar is
Oh, the Picklemon episode.
Picklemon. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, with the shadows. That was
Yeah.
creepy. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say it's better than that.
Yeah, I think it was as well.
So was it better than Game of Death?
Well, it was different. It was very different.
Yeah, Game of Death is a very different episode.
It's more action packed.
Yeah. It's not scary, it's...
More of a thrilling episode.
Yeah, it's a
more so than
yeah.
a creepy episode.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, I'm gonna have to move this down anyway, so I'll go first.
Okay. You were putting it under Game of Death, obviously.
Well, unless I decide to move Game of Death down. Now, I originally bumped Game of Death up from a 4.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it above Game of Death. As much as I love Game of Death and the whole thing with Kyotaro and Jellymon's relationship and the evolution to Tesla Jellymon in that episode, this episode just did so much more for me.
Yeah.
Like the Drachmon stuff aside, and I'm still kind of annoyed about that. As annoyed as I am, the Drachmon stuff doesn't annoy me as much as the Clockmon stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's still around to annoy us.
Well,
With his stupid goodness. And now he's being helpful.
yeah.
He's not even just good, he's helpful.
So that I'm gonna put it there. So that makes it my 10th highest episode of the season.
Oh yeah.
Because we don't count cell 1.
Yeah.
Or row 1.
Yeah.
What about you?
We're gonna do the same.
The same?
Yeah.
Right. I need to move yours down because you have an adjustment at the end. Yeah.
Andreas said, I'm actually glad Dracmon is gone. That little shit is annoying.
I mean, fair.
Yeah.
That's very fair.
I mean, he was annoying. He was gonna die either way.
Yeah. So then...
Because they wouldn't have let him off a second time. Yeah. If they were gonna kill someone, it probably would have been him if he was about to evolve or something.
Yeah. So with that then, my top 10 episodes of the first 25 are Executioner, The Stitchmouth Man, The Spider's Temptation, The Fortune Teller's Manor, Twisted Love, Divine Anger, Nightly Procession of Monsters, Prison of Fire, Mystery of the Museum, and Crimson Banquet. Megs are Executioner, The Stitchmouth Man, The Spider's Temptation, The Fortune Teller's Manor, Twisted Love, Nightly Procession of Monsters, Prison of Fire, Divine Anger, Mystery of the Museum, and Crimson Banquet.
So all the same, just in slightly different order.
Once we get here, we've a different order.
Yeah.
These are 6, 7, and 8 are different.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they're all 5s.
Yeah. So our top 10 episodes are the same 10.
Yeah.
Which is kind of... Incredible's not the word. But I think it does speak to the show that we can sort of go, no, we can be in agreement on that.
Like the worst ones, if you scroll down, like they're also the same.
Yeah, but they're in a more varied order.
Yeah, like some of them you just liked a little bit better for some reason, and some of them I just went no.
Yeah.
And now that we've been talking about Bird again, I'm just like, no, I'm gonna just bump it down even further.
Yeah, every time we talk about Bird, I want to bump it down further. Yeah. But I still think, and the only reason Bird is still higher than the Cursed Song is because Cursed Song's ending is just so woeful. Like, Cursed Song's ending is up there with Freezing Hell's ending, but Freezing Hell had such a better delivery of the episode.
Yeah, the whole, like, the end of it killed it, but
but the build,
the whole 20 minutes before that was great.
Yeah, and then Rory and Jellymon becoming partners for 5 minutes was such a cool
that was
idea.
Great. And
I
then
want to see them come back to that.
Then just nothing happened. There were credits.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Oh, that was awful.
Yeah, I want to see them come back to that idea as well of partner swapping. I was hoping maybe we'd get a bit more of that before we start evolving to perfect, but...
Yeah, like, even today that could have helped with Hero getting hurt every time Gamamon got hurt, or Battle Gamamon got hurt. Maybe one of the others could kind of tune into it while Hero was out of commission. That would have been kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I don't think they would have been able to overcome...
No, I can't imagine, like, Battle Gamamon and Kyoshiro partnering up would have enough mental energy to push back, like,
no,
Gulus.
because Kyoshiro would be scared of Gulus.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised he didn't pull out a cross.
Yeah, like really a garlic or something. Like, I could
he
totally see.
He kept going, oh, vampires!
Yeah, like, if Kyoshiro, when they got up onto the... Let me just get rid of the thing here.
Yeah.
When they turned up and came out of that elevator, that lift, it would have been perfectly in character for Kyoshiro to reach under his shirt or something and pull out a cross, or reach into his pocket and pull out a clove of garlic or something.
Yeah, or have a garlic necklace, you know, like they have the, like they hang on doors and stuff.
Like, ever since episode 1, where he was just littered with charms and talismans and stuff, they've never really gone back to it.
They've not, and it's not because he realizes everything is not a ghost, it's a Digimon, because every time something comes up he goes, oh, it's a ghost, oh, it's a vampire, oh, it's not.
No.
Oh, well, it's just a Digimon.
Yeah.
So I feel like his superstitions shouldn't have just gone away.
No. They've played up...
Like they played it up with the talismans and stuff, and then Jellymon corrupted that. But
yeah, he turned it all into cryptocurrency.
But that was the last time he had anything Yeah, see, a garlic necklace would be fitting for him to have.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just. How long do you think Vamdemon built such a bona fide company that can invite VIP people? Yeah. He owned a whole building and.
I mean, you tamper with the right records, you can have whatever you want.
Is it true? Or maybe he just mind controlled the CEO or something?
Yeah, he probably just killed off whoever actually owned the company.
Yeah.
So let's see, what else is the chat saying? Too bad he didn't sparkle. I also like the mecha gloves. How do you rate? Okay.
Yeah.
Iron Maiden.
Like one of those night plate things.
I think that face.
Yeah.
Um,
Power gloves. Oh, definitely load the lolly, no.
no.
You guys have any prediction when the show is going to get an English dub? I don't think till it's done.
Oh, well, considering Adventure 2020 is only getting an English dub now.
It'll probably be after that.
So you're looking at maybe another.
Focus on that because they'll want to bring that back to the market to remind people that Digimon exists because they think people don't remember.
Yeah.
And they have to throw those kids at them first, and then they'll go, here's another Digimon.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see it happening after.
Yeah, so maybe probably not for another year and a half, 2 years, and that's at a guess because Applemon never got dubbed and Part 3 of Cross Wars never got dubbed.
Yeah.
So the multiverse of madness never happened.
Yeah.
For the English version of Digimon Cross Wars.
So
that just never happened.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting. I feel like Ghost Game would be really popular.
I think it was.
Kids like horror.
Yeah, and
it's safe horror that they're allowed to watch,
Yeah, like there's one or two things I believe they would have to boulderize because the start of episode 1, like I'm not the demographic for this show. You're not the demographic for this show. But the opening of episode 1,
that was scary.
Yeah, that's horrifying watching the Nomura and that girl, their life flash before their eyes and they start to wrinkle up and shrivel and you'd have to boulderize something.
It does happen pretty fast, or maybe they just put like data around it, like instead of like blurring it out, they'd put like pixels all over it to make it look like it was a digital thing or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So like there's a couple of things and then even the Twisted Love episode.
Yeah, they'd have to do something with that. They wouldn't let her kill herself on screen. No way.
No, yeah, so you'd have to boulderize some elements of it. But yeah, I think it would be quite but then I don't like the idea of dumbing things down for kids.
I don't like that either, but if it's gonna go to an American market first, that's what happened. If it came to like a European market first, it wouldn't get as dumbed down.
No, because we're a bit more liberal.
Especially if there was an Irish top off, it'd be worse.
Yeah.
Kyoshiro would be there going, "That's a fucking vampire."
The Banshee. If they dub this, I hope they get Richard to return in voicing Myotismon. Yeah, I think that they do that with Cross Wars or Fusion. Did they get him back in for Neo Vamdemon? I don't think I've ever seen the English version of that episode, so if someone could, if someone who has seen it could let me know. Because it's cool, like, it's like the Leomon thing, they always get Paul St. Peter back in to voice the Leomons regardless.
Yeah.
What's
the lady they got in recently?
The
lady they got in recently, was it Arachnimon?
Yeah.
She was the same one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this show has been good for that, about getting older actors back to reprise their roles. 2020 was actually very good for that as well.
Yeah.
That was a highlight, like if a Digimon from an older series came back. You're like, hey, I remember you. Yeah, and getting the voice actor back in.
Yeah. Well, they do like to milk their nostalgia, so having the same voices really helps them.
Neo Myotismon was voiced by someone else. Boo.
Jackie said it's neat that Vamdemon can disguise as humans and a dog with Sanglupmon. The case. Or in Sang. I can't say that. Sanglupmon.
Yeah, Sanglumon.
Sanglu. You don't pronounce the P.
No.
No. Okay.
Sanglumon.
Sanglu. So he's like a bloody werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sanguine.
Yeah. And Lu as in Lupin, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. With the help of the bats, yeah. Is their human form like some kind of virus then, in that case?
Which?
Like, if he's using the bats, because that's what he was using the bats for. Like, he installed a virus in Belgaum.
Yeah.
So is it kind of like installing a program? Patrick voiced Ice Devimon, Frontier, and Cross Wars.
Rick.
Christopher Walken?
Yeah, no, it was in Frontier. It was the Christopher Walken voice. Did they bring that back for the Fusion version of Ice Devimon? I need to go back and watch Fusion.
Reiko said if the story had 2 episodes to develop itself instead of having to do it in 1 episode, he probably would have brought Garlic at some point. It really feels like these stories need to be told in 2 episodes. Yeah, some of them really do.
Some of them do need like to be 2-parters. The show shouldn't be afraid of doing a tune in next week to see what happens there.
Yeah. Yes, they did.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, it's because Tamer's Ice Devimon wasn't. When Ice Devimon showed up in Tamer's, he wasn't Christopher Walken. That was a Frontier thing, and so that the fact that they brought it back for Fusion, that makes me happy because who doesn't love Christopher Walken?
So we get to the comments now. It's at 12.
Oh gosh, yeah. So we'll jump over to comments from last week, and then I think we're about ready to wrap this up. Something Digi wrap.
Those all of us.
Yeah. So, excuse you.
Excuse me.
Cool. So comments. Faction or fiction? Here we go. I haven't responded. Cool. So we have 3 comments. So let's see. Yami commented 6 days ago. So we'll start with that. Then we had Justin commented 20 hours ago, and then Clatter 9 hours ago. Cool. So we'll go. Yeah. So can I do the newest first? Oh no. Well, yeah. Then we can work our way up. So Yami, who doesn't seem to have been able to make it today, but we miss you. But hopefully we'll see you next week. Quite literally nothing to talk about this week. Still manages to make the podcast 3.5 hours long. Oh wait, never mind. There was a catch. Yeah, we played some Cyber Sleuth. It was great. I'm still unsure what this week was supposed to be. It felt like some kind of extra on a DVD, but it wasn't really a recap. It wasn't really a character highlight or a world builder. Just what was it? And if this isn't considered episode 25, list edits will need to be made. No, looking at the listing on Crunchyroll, episode 24 is Twisted Love. Then last week's was episode special, A Strange World, as told by Naoto Takanaka. Or isn't it? Is that his name?
Yeah, it's different.
Oh yeah, Takanaka. Yeah. And now this week is episode 25, The Crimson Banquet. So it's possible we might get more special episodes down the road.
Yeah, it's even a weird placement.
Oh, it is.
Like 24 episodes in.
Yeah, it's so strange.
If you're gonna do something like that, do it every 10 or
I feel like
thing.
Because it took so long for Ruri and Kyoshiro to actually get their champion levels or their adult forms, it probably should have gone in before those. Because it was what, episodes 4 and 8 or something?
Something, yeah.
Anyway, but this week's episode was Japan's answer to Vincent Price.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. The ultimate levels can't be far off now, aren't they? Coming up in a booster? They are. We've been showing them off all night, but obviously this week's episode, it's begun. We are in the perfect level arc. Missing was just meant to be, it seems. I wouldn't have been around for long. Don't want spoilers and wouldn't have been able to stick around for the later half anyway. And that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Besides, that hour didn't exactly pan out, did it? Looks more like 2 from here. we had fun playing the video game.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Your pseudo timestamps.
I only put the timestamps in for the spoilers, which I said I would.
Yeah.
You know, anything else then was fair game. So then Justin commented, well, since nothing happened this week, I guess we can talk about anything. One thing I never got to tell you, AJ, was months ago in my copy of Shining Pearl, I was finally able to beat the battle tower. Oh, sweet. I had to win 49 battles without a single loss, and I had to defeat Palmer twice. The first fight with him wasn't so bad, but the second fight, when he decides to use Regigigas, Heatran, and Cresselia, okay, that's tough. And I told myself I wasn't going to play Legends Arceus until I beat him, and I even unlocked the Master Class, sorry. And I did beat Legends Arceus. I had to get used to the battle system when a trainer's Pokemon can attack my Pokemon more than once a turn. It took me a while, but I sought out all the Pokemon and was able to fight Kami-sama, God. And I'll tell you, having shockwaves and meteors thrown at you isn't fun, but he does have a pattern once you get it down. It's not so bad. One thing that stuck out to me is that when Adaman and Irida ask you what the future will be like, and your character replies there will be gyms and people will battle each other, both of them knowing that wouldn't be out.
Both of them knowing that, wouldn't that alter the timeline?
Gomamon. What's a gym? I don't think so. Because they...
Well, to be fair, they wouldn't know what a gym was in general.
No.
So you'd have to explain that concept to them. So.
Yeah. If they go off and become the first gym leaders, well then, maybe it's not so much altering the timeline as it is giving it a push in the right direction. So
that originally, the way time goes, if you had travelled back and said that, that's how it would have come about anyway. So you would have to go back in time and say that for it to happen.
Yeah.
So because that's how time travel works, right?
Yep. Well, depends. I mean... Some people look at time as linear, you know, they look at it as more like cause and effect, when really it's more of like a ball of wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
Set you up good for that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. So then Clatter, commented, spoilers for episode 25. Read at your own risk. Well, we're past 25, so I think we're good there.
We're all good.
This episode was very good. A solid 4.2. Okay. The way the writers use Vamdemon in a terrifying and alluring way in this episode is downright creepy, yet perfect for this horror anime. Totally agree. I 100% doubt Dracmon is just gone like that, because it is an extremely crafty Digimon, and you can't just hang out with your fellow kin or cousins without expecting the worst from these encounters. The Vamdemon Vicemon fight in the end was very cool, but there's something deep within me that believes there is a missing part in this episode that would have made it a solid 5 out of 5. And I think that's just I feel like we say this every couple of weeks. If these episodes were just a few minutes longer, you know, it might just find a way of hitting that, like...
Yeah, like, had they ended that episode there on Dracmon grabbing, like, Rory and being like, I'm gonna get you, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then cut it off, and then you had to wait till next week to find out what happened.
Oh, yeah.
And then they made the rest of it, and then the evolution and all that happened in episode 2, if it was a two-parter.
Yeah.
I think that would have been pretty good. Because you'd have your cliffhanger, that would be a good build-up episode, and then you'd have the big epic episode, and then, you know, and you'd be waiting a week to see what happens. Is Rory going to get bitten? Is something going to happen to Dracmon? Are they going to, you know? Yeah,
but you can't, I don't know how you drag out Vamdemon bringing all these influencers and feeding on them for half an hour. I don't know how you drag that out and then have your cliffhanger being the reveal of Dracmon has come back.
Yeah, but they could have done a bit more investigation into it, like because the lads just showed up there and just sat outside.
Yeah.
So maybe they could do a bit more investigating into.
Because Angoramon went, hold on.
Yeah, it was like
it's
this is kind of soft, and they
here.
went, yeah, we'll have a look, and then they just were outside.
Yeah.
So they could have built a bit more on that, and you know.
Yeah, I get it. You know, but then you have an episode where nothing happens.
But that's the point. It's a build-up episode.
Yeah, I know.
Cliffhanger.
No, I know.
So
well, I think you need something to supplement keeping people engaged and you know, keeping them engaged, and then the twist catching them off guard. And things. But yeah, no, I mean, it's not a bad idea. Like, if these episodes were ever even 5 minutes longer, I just think it would give them time to flesh things out a bit more.
Yeah.
And then I think it would certainly help the episode quality, particularly in a case like Freezing Hell, where everything was like, it was this build up. It was really tense and creepy and
then
proper
it was emotional
stalker episode.
because after that, like, it was all tense and like watching, and then it was emotional because we thought they were dead.
And
they thought they were dead.
Yeah,
and
like Tesla Jellymon's like, the only reason I'm alive is because my own electricity is keeping me going.
yeah,
You know, and then that whole thing where the babies all pop out at the end and go, "You can't hurt our friend." It probably wouldn't have been as bad if you'd a few more minutes to set that up.
yeah, not just run out and go, "Oh, stop! Don't kill him." And then, you know.
So yeah, definitely, like a few more minutes would help these
they
episodes.
could have had Rory be like, "Excuse you,"
Yeah,
and explain that he was, you know, killing their friends.
Yeah.
And you know,
rather than just cutting to
to
everyone
them
laughing.
having a bonfire and laughing about it.
Yeah.
Being like, "Ah, we almost died." Ah, well.
I'm in danger. You're my friend.
Mhm.
Yeah, like yeah.
Could
So
have had a bit more.
I think it would take the sting out of a few of the episodes.
Yeah.
Having extra time. Hey Sleek, thanks very much for joining in. I'll come back to see what the chat's saying in a moment. So continuing on with Clatter's comment, if I had to name one thing I disliked about this episode, it's how the Vampire Council tried to lure in Rory. I think it would have been better if said gathering was in a semi-small hosted food party with subtle tainted food, and once you eat enough of the food, you fall into a light persuasive trance toward the hosts. If this show was a bit more mature, I would say yes, but it's a bit date raping.
Yeah, they can't really have a grown man drugging
The child.
child.
Yeah, and that's what that would come across as, because of just simply because of the demographic. I think
Yeah.
if this was more of a Digimon Adventure Try, where it was aimed at the older audiences,
Yeah.
I'd totally see something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it's not. I don't think it's a bad idea. I actually think it's a very good one. But I think within the context of the demographic this show is aiming for and the ages of the kids themselves, it's a bit. It's a bit. It's quite sus to maybe drug the child.
Children, yeah. Drug the women in general.
Yeah. In general,
children,
yes, but So. But yeah, if this show was,
especially because like when the women were getting bit as well,
few of them
were a bit blushy crushy, and you're like,
some of the animation on them was a bit. They
they
may as
weren't
well-
quite having a nosebleed.
Well, I was gonna say they weren't quite having an Ahigo face, but they were basically there, you know. That's fan art that's going to happen, isn't it? If it hasn't already. Yeah.
Ugh. But anyway.
So, Clatter then goes on to say, another thing I wanted to talk about is Kano Weissmon's bio. While I do love Kano's art design, I find it prefers fair play and won't allow injustice attitude to be a bit cliche and eye-rolling. Like he did that in the episode. He was like, "I won't stand for your underhanded tactics."
Yeah.
And that was. He's a bit Royal Knighty.
Yeah.
You know, like he already looks like an Examon pre-evolution, but that sort of dialogue is, you know, very chivalrous. It's very.
I was going to say an honourable knight thing. But chivalrous.
It is like the code of chivalry, you know.
Yeah.
Chivalry isn't just about holding the door open for ladyfolk. There are other rules and, you know, terms of combat and things in it. So it's, I get it. Like, I can appreciate that. It does come off as a bit cringy or campy, but they worked it in. One thing I do find that this show does really well, it will take a Digimon's encyclopedia entry and literally make the episode about that entry.
Yeah.
Like Ayataramon, for example. Everything we went through, that's what the episode did.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a good. The show is good for that. It also doesn't help with the fact that it has an attack, Grand Nova, that can destroy even megas or megas. To go a bit deeper on the issue, let's look at Thetismon and Lemormon's bios. The former shows no mercy to those who would bring trouble to their territory, and the latter will repeatedly strike down their opponent until they are dead. Well, Thetismon... So Thetismon will show no mercy to those who would bring trouble to their territory. So she's very protective. Like, if we look at that card art again, she's in this oceanic setting. You've got Marine Angemon, you've got Sumarimon, you've got Manta Raymon. So she's very much the queen of her domain.
Yeah.
So you bring trouble into her country, effectively. She could kick your ass.
Yeah, and I think the territory thing would also... You know, you bring trouble to her property, her darling.
Her darling, yeah.
And you're in big trouble as well. I can see that. And then repeatedly like that is scary.
Yeah, but I mean,
that goes with the picture.
Yeah, Lemormon's art. I mean, I think he has a flail.
Yeah.
That thing with the Millennium Eye on it.
Yeah.
I think it looks like it's connected to a chain.
Yeah.
So he must have a flail or something. But
with Ken of Weissman, there isn't anything in its personality / bio that hints to something interesting about it.
Oh no, he's just a big shonen protagonist dragon.
Yeah,
that's
why he's gonna be. Yeah,
that's why he's the least interesting of the three to me. As much as we've said, Thetismon is just going to be older Jellymon, and Lemormon is the interesting one because the personality is a 180.
Yeah,
like kind of Weissmon. Oh god, yeah, no, he is just protagonist dragon. Like he's a Yu-Gi-Oh protagonist ace monster. Like that's all he is, and I'm totally. Not that I'm okay with it, but I accepted that months ago when I seen the design.
Like they're not big on personality. They're just good boys.
Yeah.
Clean cut good boys.
Yeah. You know, like, yeah, so I get it, you know. Have we met Gamamon? Like, his big thing is he likes chocolate.
Yeah.
You know, he's a baby, you know, and we haven't really gotten much character development.
When he's bad, he's very
But when he's bad, he's bad. But we haven't.
That's what makes Gulus more shocking as well.
Yeah.
It's because Gamamon is cute baby, clean cut good boy, big good boy, and then pure evil.
Yeah, but like the champion levels, but the other champions have no personality to them.
No, they don't.
Battle Gamamon's personality is protect hero.
Yeah.
Do you know who else's personality was protect partner? Greymon, Birdramon, Garurumon, Kabuterimon. None of them had personalities other than must protect. It wasn't until later on, you know, when it wasn't really until later on that protagonist syndrome sort of got wheedled out and well, you know, yeah, so it's
the kind of trope of an unlikely protagonist came in, like, or things like that. Because, well, I suppose it got a little bit boring there for a while. Didn't it?
But yeah, so yeah, look, I don't know if I like the idea that it has the power to take out megas. I'm like, what's the point of evolution then? Yeah, like, are we?
That kind of goes back to
what we were saying about the gym cards and them not having their own.
Yeah, it also goes back to the stuff that Reiko was saying about, you know, it's not exactly about their level.
Yeah, it's about their data consumption.
Data and the emotions of the human and all that. So
yeah. I'm not. I
could be learning some extra things about evolution in this show, maybe.
Maybe.
Had our expert not died.
Pokemon.
But Hokuto could pop in and go, "Hey, that's why it's like that."
Oh,
you know?
Pokemon. Yeah, what's a Hokuto? What's a parents?
What's a parents?
Oh no, I think we'll see him again now that we have another evolution. I'd say we haven't seen Blacktailmon in a while either, so I'd say they're due for a return soon.
Yeah, so let's get back to the chat because there's a bit going on.
Yeah. Then of course this show has a long way to go before finishing up, and I still can't wait to see how they're going to utilize the ultimates or perfect levels. Yeah,
it's going to be interesting for sure. Yeah. Especially if the likes of Fellows-mon and Vamdemon, if they end up evolving as well.
Yeah.
To take on the kids.
So where were we? Oh, Matthias is here. Hey, Matthias, thanks for joining in. So where were we? Remember Pat? Oh, okay. So Ice Devimon in Cross Wars. Yeah. I wish seeing Arresterdramon as one of Gamamon's evolution trait. Oh no, no, leave him with Gumdramon. No, I don't like. I know like Digimon are data and they can really evolve into anything, but I don't want them sharing evolution trees when they don't need to in the animes.
Yeah.
You know,
if you're gonna create a new guy, give him new stuff.
Yeah. So like Arresterdраmon's design is cool and all, but I like Gumdramon, so I don't want to take that away from Gumdramon. You know?
Yeah. Nick says, not gonna lie, I would love to see some of the OG Digimon characters in the show, but I know they want to make it different.
Well, every show is different. Every show has its own continuity, and we shouldn't rely on the others coming back to pop a rating.
But even if they do come back, they don't have to be the same. Like, I know some of them kind of have a set personality, but they don't necessarily have to be the same character.
No, you see, the problem for me is, if you bring back an old character, where were you?
Yeah.
Why have you not been helping?
Yeah.
That's always what I'll go back to.
If you're in this universe, why weren't you doing something about it?
Yeah. At least in 02, it being set in the same continuity as Adventure 99, it made sense. The older kids couldn't help because the partners couldn't evolve without the Dark Towers being taken out. Mimi was in America. She'd come over now and then. She'd bring Michael with her. Joe was always studying.
Was busy.
Yeah, because his parents were like, "No, you be doctor now."
Yeah.
So like there were reasons for it, but they were still around, and you knew what they were up to in the background, and the show made a reason for why they couldn't help out.
Yeah.
If Koshiro showed up in this show, I'd be like, "Okay, so where have you been?"
Yeah, like if they showed up and you're like, all the other Digidestined are in this show or in this universe. What's going on? Because in their continuity, like there's like Digimon experts and everything, so why are people so shocked by holograms or whatever?
Why do we have to pretend? Why are we still pretending Gamamon's an AI?
Yeah, so it wouldn't make any sense for any of them to come back. But with certain villains and stuff, you can bring them back and not have them be the same person.
No, because Digimon are species. They're not. This Vamdemon is clearly not Vamdemon from 99.
Yeah,
he's not going to start recalling, oh, the time I fought the Digidestined in this pocket dimension and they sicked all their evolutions on me at once. There's not going to be any of that nonsense. Just because they bring the Digimon back, you can do fan service with that because it's a different character. They're just part of the same species of that. But again, different universe, different rules as well applies.
It's much better if they don't make him remember stuff like that.
Oh yeah, no, because it just messes with the timeline too much.
Even if he was technically the same one but had been
reincarnated
several times since,
Why does he keep coming back as a Vamdemon?
You cursed.
Yeah. Where's Pico Devimon?
I think Hero needed a stronger moment as a character.
Yeah, and I would agree there, Matthias. Like the character, like this was a Ruri episode that became a Hero episode that last like 3 minutes. As much as I really enjoyed this episode, the switch from Ruri to Hero is just.
You know what? They did that with Wizen as well, didn't they? Wasn't that a Jellymon episode?
That was a Jellymon. Yeah, that was a Kyoshiro episode, and then Wizen turned up.
Yeah, Hero just kind of stepped in front and went, "What can we do? Oh yeah, we'll do this."
Yeah, yeah, because the whole thing was he couldn't decide because Gamamon couldn't control it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, but if we get the blue one, we'll be able to do this. No, but we need the red one to be able to do this.
Yeah.
But if we get the red one, we won't be. And there was a whole thing, and then green turned up.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was a Kyoshiro episode at first, and then Hero went, "I'm the protagonist."
Yeah.
So it's not the first time he's stolen the spotlight, but
yeah,
I'm hoping maybe we'll see.
It doesn't exactly take away from the others in the way they're writing it, though.
No. Do you think we get Lemormon next week, or do you think we get Thetis first? Similar to we got Tesla before we got Simbar.
Yeah, I feel like Lemormon makes sense because this is 2 weeks in a row that Rory's going to be getting eaten. So he's going to be like, stop eating her!
Yeah.
And go mad.
Yeah.
It's the only way I can see him having a temper.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, it always ends feeling too short. That's probably the biggest problem of Survive.
Is
The
the problem?
stories. Do you mean Ghost Game?
Yeah,
The stories are too big for a single episode. They could have.
Reiko, did you mean Ghost Game there and not Survive?
They could
Or
have
do you
also
know
had
something about
more-
Survive we don't?
They could have had more to raising through the building to the roof instead of being simply invited to go. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
another thing. They could have had to fight to get into the building.
Yeah,
rather
that
than
would have
just-
been funny. Oh, not funny, but fun.
Yeah,
Sorry.
being put to the test. Yeah, because he already kind of went, Rico.
Yeah.
Rico. Rory. You know, she fought him back, kind of. And he was like, she
Okay.
might be worthy. So maybe instead of inviting her friends in, he put them to the test on
To
the
see
way
if
up
they
to
were
see if
worthy.
they'd get to where she was.
Yeah,
So that could have filled up the first part of that episode.
it'll make it a very action-packed
Yeah.
sort of build-up.
Mm.
And then you end the episode off with the Drachmon reveal. Then you go into next week's episode with
Like they
and
get
keep
there.
everything else the same.
Like Rory's already there and she's up in the room with the other ladies or whatever, but they get there and they have to fight their way up.
Yeah,
And then they all meet in that room and she's kind of like, what are you guys doing here or whatever, after the Drachmon thing.
yeah.
So like,
Well, I still think if you're going to do that,
you
if you're
move
going
it
to bring
around
it,
a little bit.
Yeah,
you
no,
could have
but
made
yeah.
could have filled up the episode and made it a two-parter.
well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no. I still think though, if you are going to make this a two-parter, your cliffhanger is Drachmon going, gotcha.
Yeah.
Like you don't kill him off. You end on that.
Oh
I
yeah,
told
you
you
end
I'd
on
be
him
back.
still being alive. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. But that's what I mean. Like Reiko was saying, to fill up the episode, they could have had to fight to get their way into
get
the
there.
building,
Yeah.
instead of just being let in at the last minute.
Yeah.
Oh, I let your friends in. No,
Yeah.
they fought to get there.
Yeah,
once
to
she
see if
is-
they're worthy of being part of this vampire.
And then once she smacks him with the handbag and runs off, then they meet in that room where the two lifts come together.
Yeah. Yeah, and that would be the following week's episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it does have enough potential to make a two-parter, and so do a lot of episodes.
Mm. That's where Sleek joined in. Matthias says, I know Toei wanted to have a single episode Monster of the Week formula for this season, but come on, at least make some of them two-parters. And we might, as we get deeper into the show, we might get some stories later that are just we have to, or we just get an ongoing arc. Like,
yeah, I feel like they could have.
going back to Adventure 99, the real world arc wouldn't have been as fun if it wasn't over a series of episodes.
Yeah.
Like, working your way up to that final fight with Vamdemon.
Yeah.
You know, like if they did the whole card thing, went through the portal, and then 1 week they were fighting Bakuman, and the one episode they're fighting the Bakuman, and the next episode they're fighting Vamdemon, and that's it. He was killed off, and without all that build up with the 8th child and capturing her and all that. Yeah. So maybe later on, we were just.
I feel like they could have thrown a two-parter in by now to test if people enjoy that it's a two-parter episode. That could have been a thing with several of the episodes we've had so far.
Yeah. No, I would
Could
agree.
have been a thing, but
Yeah.
if they're not going to do it, they're not going to do it. I guess.
Yeah, you just hope that the writing holds up for the 22 or 23 minutes that they have.
Yeah, Sleek says, I find this episode to be a bit odd. The fact that the show doesn't have much plot, so the ultimate evolution just feels like something is missing.
Well, I think that that's the whole thing we were saying about this episode needing another 5 minutes. We could have gotten some elaboration. Well, I don't know if maybe not elaboration, but they could have done more with the whole Gulus Betel Gamamon thing.
Yeah, that didn't last very long. And also, like, I know he just swatted Jellymon away or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
they could have done a little bit more of showing that he was powerful, not just pushing them out of the way.
No,
you know?
but Vamdemon does that. Like, even 99, when Tailmon turned on him, he just backhanded her.
Yeah,
Like,
whatever
he
you
leapt
were
at him and he
showing
just
me-
went, no.
Whatever you showed me earlier, like the power, what people were throwing
attacked at him and he was just firing them back.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They could have like done like an electric attack on him or something,
Yeah.
and it just bounces off him, and they're like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
That could have filled up
Like
a little bit more time while.
Yeah, because like Tailmon, I know that episode. Like Tailmon jumps at him and he just goes no.
Yeah.
Wizardmon attacks him and he just goes no and pushes it back. Then Tailmon tries to attack again, gets backhanded again, and then Greymon turns up, lobs off a few mega flames, and Vamdemon just goes no.
Yeah.
And casts them back, and then starts whipping the shit out of Greymon.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, like so for him to just kick Tesla Jellymon out of the fight and go, oh, well, okay. You seem interesting, though.
Yeah. I don't know. There could have been a little bit more of everything in the episode.
Yeah. I mean,
it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Oh, no.
But...
I still think it earns this. I still think it deserves the score we gave it.
Yeah.
But, like, just an extra 5 minutes just to flesh out that ending a tiny bit more.
Yeah.
And I think it would have been perfect. It would have been absolutely perfect. Let's see. I think they should do 1, 2, 3 episodes for some big moments.
Like
that's what we're going to talk about. I don't know. 3-parters might be a bit much.
Yeah, it would have to be a bit later on with more plot dropping.
Yeah, because that's the other thing. When we start getting
to
more...
be fair, when anime does 3-parters, usually the second part is mostly the first part shown again.
Yeah.
With a little extra thrown in, and then you get the ending in the third.
Yeah, I would...
Clatter's comment goes back to what we were saying about his comment about drugging the food.
Oh, yeah.
This is, you guys are right, but Vamdemon was pretty much pouring some type of drinking liquid out of a bottle, a wine-shaped bottle. But he did specify that it wasn't like an alcoholic drink, so he wasn't giving the child. So if he was drugging the food, that would be.
Yeah, like he spent like the show specifically went out of its way to go lemonade for you.
Yeah,
which is
the older ladies get the wine, the younger girl gets the pomegranate juice.
Yeah, pomegranate lemonade or a sparkling drink or whatever. Yeah.
So if he was drugging the food at the same time, I feel like that would be even creepier.
Yeah.
Like if he's drugging the pomegranate juice, it's like,
just
I'm not giving you alcohol, but
whatever. Like, I mean, with the older women, like it's not that it makes it any more right or any more morally unambiguous or anything. But it's a child.
Yeah.
It's
like he's not a grown man, but he's a grown man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
So
Matthias says those whites and blues on Kano Weissmon remind me of Omegamon Merciful Mode. Yeah, I mean, Kano Weissmon also in its design reminds me of Globemon from Applemon a bit, which is basically Gatchamon's perfect level. Well, what classifies it? Oh, it's just ultimate. That's right. Yeah, that's why we say perfect and mega and not ultimate and Anyway, so Globemon, it's just all red, but he's got that like blue orb in the chest and everything. So, right here.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just got, so there's
there is a...
They're just very protagonist colors.
Yeah.
The toy.
Yeah. Oh, I'd say that breaks very easily in the legs.
Oh, it does look it. Yeah, it looks like they just snap off.
Yeah, the rest of them is so bulky, that little bit of the,
Yeah. So then Clatter says, I think they would still let pass on broadcasting.
I think that dubbing over it would say something completely weird instead
of
them being drugged or something.
Oh no, I don't even mean that. I just
start chanting a spell about them sleeping.
For the for the show overall, like Cherrymon wouldn't have been eating the campers.
Yeah.
He'd have been, putting them, as you say, putting them to sleep or something.
Yeah.
So at the end of the episode, it would have been more so implied that everybody waking up were both sets.
Yeah.
So you have Cherrymon's
being dead.
Yeah. So both Cherrymon's and Maury Shellmon's rather than just it being Maury Shellmon's.
There's all the missing people.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of like that thing they would do in. It's like when they. I always. Here's me going on a Power Ranger thing. But I think it's just when they dub anime in general and like a building blows up and they go, "Oh, thank God that was empty."
Yeah.
You know, they have to have this line in there that that nobody was hurt. Oh, you know, thank God they had the day off.
Yeah.
You know, there was nobody in that building. Where, of course, in the Japanese version, no, there's just everybody's dead.
Yeah.
You know? So there would have to be a bit of bowdlerization.
Yeah, like that time the car crashed in the Sistermon episode.
Oh yeah.
Like that guy just straight up died.
Oh yeah,
The other guy who died in the fire. Like they would just say something like, "Oh, he was transported to the digital world" or something instead of him being dead.
Yeah. Which is fine. I mean, it comes back to the joke I made earlier about they were sent to my own
dungeon.
Yeah, I'm sending you to my dungeon. You know, like it would. If you delve into Digimon individually and check out what the reference book and the cards say, you get some really interesting things. For example, I wrote a short story based on a certain card of Lilithmon that says one thing about it. The clothes of Lilithmon are called Sheol. Loyal to Digipedia, but that's Psycho Sistermon though. Yeah, Japan's getting a Sistermon CL card. just on the topic of Sistermon, Japan's getting its own CL. Not in the war, a CL.
Yeah. Of course. My line of thinking was, holy shit, Lilithmon is the goddess of the underworld. Oh, like a shawl, like a death shawl. Yeah. Reigns over the dead. A single card can do wonders for Digimon.
Protagonist Dragon reminds me of the anime Dragon Drive protagonist. Dragon Drive, I think I've seen that, yeah. The Digimon description is the equivalent of the Pokedex. I think it's more reliable than a Pokedex, though, because...
Yeah, some of them are...
Some of those Pokedex entries are just like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah. It doesn't give you info on, like, moves or personality. It's just like...
This kidnaps children.
Yeah.
Like, and we see how that legend started in Arceus.
Yeah.
And the poor bloody Drifloon wasn't doing anything. It was just playing with the kid.
Yeah.
And then no, it kidnaps children.
Yeah, it was having fun and it didn't want to let go.
Yeah, that was it. And then
he's trying to.
Yeah, the kid's being spirited away to the underworld. You know, so I think the Digimon Encyclopedia might be a bit more reliable than the Pokedex. Just a tad.
Yeah.
The
show wants to make it like a Goosebumps kind of show, but we still need plot, and the plot is more sprinkled than being set up.
I think we're going to see more than that now that we're getting to perfects.
Yeah, it's going to start building up a bit more, because if it is a 50-odd episode, now we're halfway.
Yeah.
So now is when the plot starts to drop.
Yeah. And one thing I will say, though, even though we're not getting the plot at this point, like, okay, after about 15 episodes, I know I had a lot to say about the plot being handed to us. I do feel that we do need to start having it layered on a bit more thickly. But one thing I will say was...
I think they're dropping plots.
Like with the Gulus thing. No, one thing I will say is, even though we're not getting the plot handed to us or laid on that bit thick, at least the episodes aren't boring.
Yeah.
Like, imagine giving us all this plot that we're looking for, and the show just being meh.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna harp on 2020. I've spoken enough about that. Where, like, 2020, it gave you all of the plot in episode 4. It told you about the Holy War. It told you about the Digimon. Basically, it told you that, like, the Digimon partners fought in the Holy War and they don't have their memories anymore. And Millenniumon is being resurrected. And then it just let them go off and do their own thing for 60 episodes. And it was kind of...
Yeah. They give you the big map for where they're going, and then... Yeah.
They give you the roadmap in episode 4, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, and then the rest of the writing, whatever about COVID getting in the way, whatever about production not being what, you know, and plot points being cut out, particularly with Mugen Draymon and Blitz Greymon and all of that stuff. Irregardless, they handed you the plot in episode 4 and then proceeded to do nothing for another 60 odd episodes, and then handed you more plot when they remembered tags and crests existed. And by God, that arc was awful. So I don't think you can win. There is a balance you can strike, but depending on the writing team, I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying, even though there isn't a lot of plot, that the episodes are always entertaining.
Yeah.
Like, and I will have,
and even when
if we get to 50 episodes and it was like, so what was that show about? I don't know, but I was entertained along the way.
Yeah.
You know, there's an element of that.
Yeah, like it is. I think it's dropping enough breadcrumbs. I do.
Yeah.
There could be more input from Dad.
Yeah, I would love to see Hokuto and Blacktailmon Uber show back up.
Yeah, they need to. Something needs to pop up and be the expert again. Because, like, I know Angoramon kind of knows bits and pieces.
Yeah, and we were getting, like,
not...
Bakumon was sort of turned. I thought they were going to do something with Bakumon because of the whole dream episode.
Yeah, and they
like,
were able to, like, text him to each other.
Yeah. So maybe we'll start to see a bit more of that. They'll have to go to Bakumon for advice about, well, Battlegamamon evolved again, and what's this about? And
yeah.
Maybe we'll see something like that down the road. I think it's too early to say.
Sorry.
What?
Sleek is like, oh, thanks for reminding me of Millenniummon. I already erased him from my memory of watching 2020, but thanks for reminding me.
Well, I can only relate back to the most recent iteration because that's your most recent contrast.
Yeah.
Like Adventure 99, you know, they went to the ruins in what, episode 6? No, 6 was Togemon and Toy Town. 9? Is it 9? Anyway, the episode with the ruins in Centaurimon, and they got the sort of the overview of, like, they started, that's where they started dropping the hint of what the Digivice, and it's a holy relic, and only certain people can wield them. And then there wasn't really a whole lot. Genai was there for exposition, but Genai never really gave too much away.
Yeah.
Even when he started turning up after the Devimon fight, he would really just sort of go here, do this.
He was kind of vague.
It was very vague. Yeah, Genai was very vague. And then you didn't really sort of get a real overview of everything until the episode where Tai and Matt beat the tar out of each other in the forest.
Yeah.
Because Hikari gets possessed by homeostasis, and homeostasis kind of has to go, all right, enough of this, time to answer your questions.
Yeah.
And that's episode 45. But in the meantime, what Adventure 99 was doing was it had Devimon in the background every couple of shots going, mwahaha. Then you had Edamon going, oh, the kids are heading for the North District. Oh, we're going to track them down. I'm going to put that into those punks. Oh, yeah. You know, and then you had Vamdemon, and he was always in the background. Vamdemon started manipulating things when the kids broke up after Taichi got sent back to the real world. You know, tried to take Sora's crest power away from her by making her think she was useless, all of that stuff. So there was always something going on in the background. We weren't getting plot, but the villains were doing something.
Yeah.
Which we're not seeing in this. So I get why people are like, we're 25 episodes in, what is this show about?
Yeah, the big bad. There's so many potential big bads right now, and they're not being shown.
Yeah.
We've had them dropped here, and here, but none of that is connected yet.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
So I can see what people mean, but I'm quite happy with the show as it is.
02, then, you know, you had 26 episodes of the Digimon Emperor, and then the show ended. 02 was great. There was nothing happened after the Digimon Emperor, don't lie. You know, there was no other, what's a Destiny Stone? Don't. But, you know, 02 then tried to do too much. Plot afterward, like it couldn't settle on But there's apparently behind the scenes reasons for that. The writing room kept changing. People were leaving. People were coming in, chopping and changing things. There's a whole thing for that. You know, Tamers wasn't very good about the plot for the first quarter of the show either, because it was all very vague with Yamaki and his group and the girls on the computers and Takato learning how to be a tamer and Henry not wanting to fight, and like even Tamers was very vague for the first quarter.
Yeah. Like I got like what 10 episodes, 15 episodes in, and it was still Monster of the Weeky kind of basically.
So like the shows are generally very slow, but we do start to get an idea of things around the 15 to 20 mark. So now we're on 25 and there's still no connective tissue between all the building blocks. So I can totally understand why people are kind of getting upset with it or
but at the same
disillusioned.
time, like you said, they're not boring episodes.
No.
So while it's not building things, we're still being entertained. That's why I don't think it's bad of it.
No, and I have to.
And then if it does all come together very soon, then
yeah, and I can only applaud the writers' room for that, because they can put together a good episode, they can put together a good story, in like a good 20-minute short story to keep your interest.
Yeah.
But a bit more connective tissue in the next couple of weeks would be appreciated, especially now we're going to start evolving into perfects.
Yeah.
I totally appreciate that. Let's see then. What else? I think I have to go back on the chat a bit.
No, you're good there. I know the show wants to make it like Goosebumps.
Yeah. My problem with this is that the ultimate wasn't foreshadowed or set up from the previous episode. Example, Taichi got the crest, so it's set up for Agumon to evolve. But I was kind of okay with that, because it was more surprising.
Yeah.
Because we all, like, when Betel Gamamon's eyes went black, me and you, I know we had that same thought. Oh god, Gulus is coming.
Yeah.
And Gulus didn't turn up. He was pushed back.
Yeah.
Whether it be the power of determination, the power of friendship, whatever it was, something pushed him back. And I want to know more on that. So while, no, there wasn't any foreshadowing of, you need to go to a higher level to proceed in the video game.
Yeah.
The surprise of the evolution and how we got there, I think, makes up for that.
Yeah.
But it now sets a precedent.
Yeah, sometimes things don't need to foreshadow things.
No.
Because if they foreshadow things, then, things happen.
I think sometimes it can be worse. Sometimes I think if something is too foreshadowed, you start fantasy booking, and then the show doesn't do what you thought it was going to do.
Yeah.
And I would even say we're probably guilty of that, because we've had some predictions and the show has gone a completely different way about it.
Yeah.
And we've gone, oh, well, that wasn't great. So
yeah, like,
yeah,
it's kind of like when in Doctor Who, when the Doctor was going to become a woman, suddenly every other person who could regenerate was becoming a woman, and the Doctor was making jokes about, oh, I was a little girl, and you were just being slapped in the face. I'm gonna be a girl. That's it. And then he turned into a woman.
Yeah,
and that was just really annoying, because it wasn't built up over time or anything, and it wasn't a surprise. Yeah, but you know what I mean.
No, I do.
It was just in the preceding season, they just went, here, have this.
Yeah,
have
every
this,
other
have
episode
this.
they were telling you this was going to happen.
And that was annoying. Had they just done it without all these whips and throwaway lines and...
So, when he was talking about when I was once a little girl, does that mean he's remembering pre-Hartnell Timeless Children nonsense?
I guess so.
Which
was his little girl,
which means he remembers being part of the division, which was the whole point of the memory wipe. He remembers being the Irish cop, which was the whole point of the memory wipe. Yeah, the show continuity, wibbly wobbly.
Yeah.
But but I get
That's
you.
The thing,
sometimes you don't need to be beaten over the head. Sometimes the surprise of a thing happening out of nowhere can
and you
help.
don't get that a lot with modern shows, because things are leaked, or
Yeah.
the show will put out a screenshot of something, and You're like, can you not just let me have the episode? Let me be surprised by the episode.
Yeah,
Let me
like
not know the twist before the episode airs.
And like
you
I
know?
did see that on Twitter. Like even when after this episode dropped,
Mm.
I seen a few people were like, "Oh, you're saying I spoil things? The show just told us what happened an hour after it aired." Yeah, because
it aired.
Because it aired. And the Japanese audience will always come first.
Yeah.
They don't care about the English-speaking audience.
Yeah, we're not their demographic.
We're not their target.
Like,
No. So,
like they'll get their watches on Crunchyroll, but that's not the ratings of the show.
No. No, it's not.
So...
Like, legally, I shouldn't have this.
Yeah.
Because it's not for sale in Europe.
Yeah.
There's for sale in Japan and then through Premium Bandai in the States.
Yeah.
There is no European sale for this or the DIM cards. So they don't care about the English-speaking territories.
Yeah.
So if the Japanese Digimon Twitter is going to drop the big reveal for this episode an hour after it's broadcast in its home territory.
Yeah. At the same time, if you're following an official account for a show, it's gonna talk about what just happened in the show. That's on you. So if you don't want your friends to talk about it, complain to your friends or whatever. You can't complain when an official account talks about what they just aired. You can't.
No. But
that's why I just don't go on. Like today, I didn't go on Twitter at all.
Yeah, no.
We hadn't watched the episode, so.
Yeah. Like, cause I had an inkling of what was coming. And I was just like to Meg, just stay away from Digimon Twitter today.
So I just stayed away from Twitter because Twitter likes to go, you liked one tweet about Digimon, have 30 that you don't follow. Oh, it's 1:15. We gotta go.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna catch up with the chat.
Yeah, we'll catch up with the chat and then we'll get ready to bounce. So, where were we? Goosebumps' problem with the ultimate wasn't set up and foreshadowed. Yeah, again, so not everything needs to be foreshadowed in advance. I think sometimes the surprise can just be as worthwhile. I'm just curious about the precedent it sets now for the next two evolutions. It just happens Gamamon can evolve to ultimate by willpower. That's how it's always worked. It's willpower plus courage. Willpower and determination plus insert crest here.
But these ones are tied more to, Gamamon really is tied more to emotion and...
Yeah, because Gamamon is the plot.
Yeah.
So everyone, should we have more Digimon disguised as humans in future episodes?
Yep,
I'm still pulling for Mummymon to get a reimagined human form when he starts interacting with human doctors.
Yeah.
I'm still pulling for that to happen.
I don't think what he'd look like.
Well,
I know he had a form.
Yeah, no, it would just be that, but somehow sexier.
I
think what would happen is they would take the collar down.
I feel like he'd kind of resemble Lloyd a little bit.
Oh, really?
But with more floofy, what's his name from the host club with that kind of hair.
Oh.
Because that's why Mummymon's hair kind of comes down.
Yeah.
Slightly older, maybe.
Yeah, I could see that. I could also
what the humans around him look like as well.
Yeah, I could also see them just taking the collar of the coat down and just giving him a more bishy face.
Yeah.
Zasomon would definitely look just like Winston Payne from Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
Anyway, so where are we? God. Sorry, just this OBS, the chat just keeps jumping and I can never scroll back up.
And then
said, yes, we should.
Of
course we should.
Reiko makes all the best human Digimon.
The curious thing about the reference book is that it's written from the biased perspective of Yggdrasil, writing about the first member of the species it found. That is true. Yggdrasil just finds one of this species and goes, well, they all do this.
Yeah.
And the first member tends to be exceptionally strong among the species, yeah. Though not always the strongest. Then we have Sleeks. Thanks for reminding me of Millenniumon comment. Reiko, remember, if you want to make justice of a Digimon, write about it yourself. Yep. Fanfiction is a thing. I partook in it for a number of years, and it's something I would love to revisit in the future, but time I don't have enough of. In the end, we simply aren't being given what we expected the series to be. The series is doing its own thing and being good at it. It simply isn't what we wanted it to be. Yeah, and that's
a good thing.
Yeah,
it's not predictable that way.
Yeah, definitely. The power of goodness of the heart. Yeah. Wait, was it really pushed back? I think I heard Gulu's voice when Betel said fight together. And that was my interpretation of it.
Yeah.
Gulus was coming through. Hero said, no, we'll fight together. And that got through to Betel, the Betel personality. And that's why the eyes went back to normal.
Yeah.
Now, granted, next week...
It's kind of similar to when he was about to kill the three of them.
Yeah.
And then something flashed back in his head and he swapped.
Yeah.
And Gamamon kind of came through.
Yeah.
So it's kind of similar to that something clicked and went, no, we can do this and not involve you.
Yeah.
You know?
So there's definitely something that is stopping Gulus from, just
like it was
going
either
crazy.
It was either something just clicked automatically with the determination and the emotions or whatever, or he actively pushed him back down.
Yeah, I'm inclined to believe it's that one. Like, I'm not expecting...
It's like when you're about to have an anxiety attack or something, and you kind of, no, I'm going to do the thing, and then I can, no, it is.
No.
You push the bad thing back.
You
know what I mean?
I think that might be reading into it a tad too much, but okay.
Not really.
Okay.
The bad thing, they pushed him back because they were determined to do the thing.
Are we finishing up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't cut me off like that.
Why you power talk over me all the time. Right. So I definitely think something pushed him back. So it wasn't Gulus being pushed back, but Gulus believing in Hero and letting him and Gamamon deal with it ourselves, ending in the evolution. Also a possibility, again, what I was trying to say was, I don't expect Gamamon to have suddenly matured overnight because of this, and the Gulus personality talking through Gamamon as a vessel. I don't expect that to happen. But I definitely do think that Hero's voice reached our Gamamon, and that overrode Gulus trying to push through. So
yeah, I don't think... It's hard to gauge how Gulus feels about Hero. Because at first he wanted him to join him, and then he was like, no, I'm going to kill you if you don't want to join me.
Yeah.
You're useless to me.
And then One Piece OP 14... One Piece opening 14 reference. I don't understand that one.
No.
Sorry. I haven't watched a One Piece since it aired on 4Kids. Because gotta go, dreaming, don't give it up, Luffy, dreaming. That one, yeah. So I haven't watched it since way back then. So sorry. But with that, I think we're ready to bounce. It is nearly 1:30 in the morning, as I mentioned. Meg has a important meeting tomorrow, so
Meg is not a morning person.
No, she's not. What? Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I'm in trouble. I'm in danger. All right.
Yes, we shall see you next time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, guys. So, look after yourselves, as always. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I hope you had fun. Thank you so much for the feedback and the comments and the conversation. It's been wonderful to get everybody's thoughts on where the show might go, or, just this episode in general. It's all wonderful as always. So we will catch up with you next week for episode 26. Cannibal Mansion. I can't get over that name. So we'll see you for the Cannibal Mansion next week. And I hope you have a great week ahead. Whether you're working, whether you're playing, whether you're doing whatever you need to do, have fun. And we'll see you soon. All the best. Take care. And good more night.
Huh? He's got pants now.